This kid.
This man's rocking the Grateful Dead tee and the Xfinity shirt.
I had to rep the hat. Ooh.
I do respect that. I just realized that shit.
I know.
Let's go.
Live Nation.
Repping the gang. Man, oh man. We ready?
Fire me up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Hello.
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 We're ready.
Welcome to episode 14 of the Endless Enjoyment Podcast. I am your host, V. Chenzo. I'm here with my co-host, Kyle motherfucking Shay. He's cracking a beer.
We're in business, folks.
Business.
We got a special guest.
Who? Your boy.
We got a very good friend of both of ours on the pod today.
Yes, sir.
Man. Also a very talented songwriter, rapper, music artist.
Apex Night with the get right.
Yeah.
Come on. They know me as Curtis, but they know what I'm
Apex
about as
Night.
well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
I respect that.
My guy Curtis, a.k.a. Apex Night.
Apex Night with the get right.
What's good, brother?
Welcome, bud.
Living man, another day in the life, feeling good, feeling better. You know, just moving, man, staying busy.
Hell yeah. Honestly, that's I've been living by that a lot recently. Just the more you keep busy, the less time you have to focus on bullshit, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to get stagnant. Can't get comfortable being stagnant, man. That happens a lot. It's very common, very popular idea. Oh, I feel got a little bit. All right, let me get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Keep moving.
Fix your mic here, right?
Keep moving.
Yeah, make sure
Just,
you're talking to
Oh,
that.
of course. Yeah.
There you go.
So I gotta lean in, you know what I'm saying? But it's real serious. You know? Make sure you're moving.
Business. Talking business on the pod.
That's all it is.
So, last time we seen you,
Yep.
end of the summer. Oh, well, it was really October, really.
Yeah, I was about to say we did take it. It did go into
We
the
took
fall a
the
little bit.
Xfinity Center.
Yep.
So let's explain to everyone
Some preference,
how we all know each other.
Yeah, so obviously, as you guys know, if you've been watching the podcast, me and Kyle know each other from working security together. And that's how we also know Curtis is from working security.
Yes, sir. Holding it down.
He's our lawn dog.
Up
Up on the lawn.
They don't know about me. You know what I'm saying? No, we have fun. It used to be real crazy out there. A little bit of Badlands, but now it's more like, I try to put on my Disney World face, smile, hello, how we doing? Enjoy yourself. Don't make my night harder. Have a good one.
Disneyland face.
You got to, man. That's what they told us. They're like, smile and wave. I was like, we wasn't doing that 3 years ago, but I got you. You know what I'm saying?
We're cracking heads.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay ready.
The lawn is a shit show, dude.
It's a fun time. It's definitely, it can change from crowd to crowd, and you can have an idea about how it's gonna go, and you can be right probably 60 to 80% of the time, but there's always that chance that, hey, something's gonna happen. You're gonna get busy, or you're gonna get stuck doing something, and you're gonna have to be on the lookout the whole night. So it's all right, though. It's fun. Get to watch a show, have a good time. That's what I tell people. I'm like, it's a seasonal job. The pay is chill. I have a good time. I watch shows, and I get to see shows I would never go see. That's the number one. That's probably the number one takeaway I would say. There's a lot of cultural sounds, vibes, and energies I wouldn't even be too privy of, but because I've gone there. And you there for 5 hours, and I've done it for a few years, at least 5+. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that being said, I've seen a bunch of shit I would never go see ever. So I'm I appreciate that culture kind of that I get to observe.
I got 2 questions for you.
Yes,
So
sir.
how long have you actually been there?
I believe oh,
I thought you said 2015.
Yeah. So this is this upcoming summer is gonna be my 7th. I think 7th.
Wow.
So you started off just being a white shirt, right?
Yeah, so I was a white shirt for a year. They were missing some people, and they were like, "Who can we trust with the headset right now?" And I just happened to be that person. So
white shirts just starting out the regular security. I'm just explaining to people.
You gotta get your time. You gotta put your time in. If you ain't put your time in, you ain't worth your sticks. You gotta put your time in.
I know, man. It's so funny. We started in 2018, and this year we're I still remember patting them, going, "Oh, you guys are been here for a while compared to other people,
Yeah, we're teaching the newbies how to.
I was about to say it's also a seasonal job, so there's gonna be some regulars, but you also get a lot of turnover. Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of people that ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that ain't ready for the action, and it's yo, come on, man, take a deep breath. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the best jobs ever.
Yeah, great. I learned from it, so that kind of is a little X factor value. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk about that cultural piece. Like I'm definitely getting paid to do a job here, but I'm also like gaining information. I'm gaining knowledge. I'm talking to people. I'm socializing. I'm experiencing something. So like,
Yeah, well,
that shit won't show up on a paycheck, but I'm cool with it. You know?
well, yeah, that experience is priceless. Like,
for real.
just learning about the different crowds of people and like the different type of people that show up.
Talking to whoever about whatever. Talking to whoever about whatever, yo. For real. That's like a great takeaway. Talking to people, just chatting it up. You're talking to some 40-year-old moms at corn and they're like having way too much fun and you're like, I gotta make sure I'm doing that at your age. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm just like that. You know what I'm saying? But also like you get like metal shows and you get to see like everyone's actually very like, they're not like tranquil, but they're very like composed. You know what I'm saying? Like we're metal, we're rocking out, we're vibing, we're headbanging, we're mosh pitting, but it's so composed. It's like the most organized chaos. And
they know
like,
how to handle
exactly.
themselves.
It's very
There's
organized.
like rules to the metal shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it runs itself. So like if we have a show at the lawn or something like that and it's a metal show, I'll be like, all right, we're not working tonight. Like we're gonna chill back, we're gonna keep an eye on things, but they handle them. They're like responsible. You know
literally let
so
them mosh in a part of the lawn and just watch.
make sure no one gets too hurt. If they do, you gotta help them out. But for the most part, like if someone's not ready for the mosh, they'll learn that in the first minute or so, and then they'll be done. Everyone else is in there for the long haul, and they're all like keeping each other up and stuff. Like that's some stuff I never would experience. You know what I'm saying? Even though I kind of listen to some of that music, I got some little Slipknot, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, but like, you know what I'm saying. So, but I don't think I'd be that appreciative of it if I didn't visually observe it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So it's definitely unlike the younger crowds, like rap shows and stuff like that, where they don't know how to handle themselves.
There's not enough frequency in them, so there'll be one or two a season, and it's time to turn up, and that's kind of where you get caught in. You know,
I know that we were light on rap shows this year, I think, but
that's why it comes out because that audience doesn't go there all the time. Also a similar thing with the young audience, like the country shows. A lot of those kids, there'll be some regulars, but there'll be those kids. Oh, I'm gonna show up, and it's just like, all right, kid, come on, put the brakes on it, buckle your seatbelt. You got some hours left in the night. You know?
Yeah, rap shows and country shows always get the most out of hand.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely. Like, out of hand as far as just like. I gotta do stuff. I gotta be patrolling for people who are like intoxicated and not doing well, or like being proactive. You know what I'm saying? You're always on the lookout, but like you don't want to have to be stuck like constantly like being vigilant. Like I need to protect everyone here because there's like thousands of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally 20,000.
that's never gonna work. You can just like, what can I do right now?
Yeah, I be patrolling, doing my best, keep an eye out. I got a good ear, so if I hear somebody say something, I'll come talk to them, get my people down there. But at the same time, it's like you really just want to take care, make sure everyone's having a good time. That's the name of the game. Make sure everyone's having a good time.
Getting home safe.
Exactly.
So what's your favorite show that you've worked or seen there?
Oh, man. Favorite. I have some memories. I would think my favorite was like 2017. Future, Meek Mill. There's like 3 other people on that card, and I just remember I was having way too much fun.
Is it Migos that were there? Was it the Future Migos concert?
It was the Future Migos.
I don't know if Meek Mill was there, was he?
Meek
is he one of the
there.
openers?
Yes, Meek was there.
I remember Kodak Black was supposed to be on that
Kodak
tour,
Black didn't
and then he
make
got
it,
arrested
bro. He didn't make it,
again.
dude. Come on. You don't want to see you winning. I was like, oh, damn, boy. I couldn't make it to the show.
Dude, I love Kodak. I want to see him so bad.
Yeah, he's a dude.
So what have you been listening to lately for music?
Oh, listening? That's a great question. I was about to say, I have a few playlists that like I kind of run and rotate and I add into. You talking about like an artist specifically or like a sound? What do you mean? Like,
yeah, like what do you find yourself like listening to most often now? It could be a certain artist or
I'm definitely a big hip hop person. I've added in. All right, ready? Here's I want something to stand out, right? Say It Ain't So by Weezer recently made its way back.
Say it ain't so. Your love is a heartbreaker.
Yeah, recently made it back into my rotation. So I was like, oh shit, this is something I heard back in the day.
Yeah, I forgot.
Kind of knew about, didn't really get too much into. Put it back in rotation. Now I'm like,
I'll tell you what. I got into Weezer because they came to Xfinity, and I heard them there for the first time.
Yo, when it's a
Perfect example of what he was talking
seeing
about.
and believing. There's definitely something to that. I might like this sound. I have a good idea, but once I see it and I can feel it a little bit more organically, it's like, all right, sign me up. Here we go. I pushed my fingers into it, and I was a Slipknot kid all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I remember before that, I was like, what is a Slipknot, bro? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, I hated the Slipknot shows, dude.
I liked it.
They're some of my favorite. They are some of my favorite. I be jamming.
The
I love
crowd
the
is
kick
the
pedal.
worst,
I
dude.
love the kick
he's
pedal.
got it all
gets me.
wrong. See,
Yeah, he don't know what's up.
he
man.
got it all wrong. You gotta like.
Ooh, I be
Where were you working for that? You probably
I be running. I
he
be
was
running. I be moving. I'm ready for whatever.
You were on the lawn,
I
but
was
he
in
was
Ring
probably
Road,
like.
dude. There's just a bunch of old white dudes smoking cigarettes, and I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah, the ring road is a unique crowd.
That ring
because
road always sucks,
they're
anyways.
they're outside the lawn, but they still paid for their seats, so they have some level of entitlement, but not maybe the most level of like awareness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, buddy, you're standing amongst X amount of people. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ring
I
road
got
is
someone standing in front of
pain in
me.
the ass.
Like, hey, they gotta stand somewhere else. So, like,
I was
stand.
like, buddy, you can't be dancing in the middle of the aisle, dude.
Oh, they gonna be dancing. Every time they be dancing, I just be like, hey, I'm about to up alone over here. I see y'all got some traffic over there.
The reason,
Clearing ring road is one of the biggest pains. in the
yeah,
ass.
in that specific
For
concert, I just remember like that older crowd of like a Slipknot, like older white dudes. And some guy was like, "Fuck you, you're gay." Like, I was like,
That's
bro,
every show, though.
I'm just like, I've never had someone do that besides that show. It's like,
I've gotten insulted.
it's like, dude, I'm just doing
For
my
real? I was
job.
about to say, I'm trying to think of the most time. The one, all right, ready? Kevin Hart, 2018.
Oh, I was there too, man.
I'm doing the heartbreaker duty, really. But I'm doing is there's basically
your
a
phone
no
out?
phone policy because it's a comedy show and you can't have your phone out because people document that shit and they ruin the joke because they put it online and everyone sees it and they know what it is. They don't go pay for this ticket. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is they got people who are checking for phones. That's not even my job. I'm at the top and I'm just funneling those people out. So what happens is they got these. You know them? You ever been to the circus?
Oh yeah.
No.
And you yo, Chenzo never been to the circus.
You never been to Ringley Brothers?
Wrigley
Barnley
Brothers,
and
at least
Bill?
one time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Maybe when I was
one
younger,
of
I
those
don't
bullshit things they buy the toys. It's like the light, and you hold the button and it starts spinning. Yeah. These are what the motherfucking people got. They got these little. You hold it up in the air and start spinning in a circle light. So I gotta go walk down there. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, got your phone out? Gotta get you out of here. Sorry, you're breaking the rules, guy. You knew that. They said it multiple times in the show. Even during the
There
first
were signs.
opening
You were
act.
told.
The opening act makes jokes about your phone. He said, hey, we're going to have a good time tonight, but some of y'all going to get taken out of here because you and he made a joke about it and everyone was dying and shit. So basically what happens once I get this dude from, oh, man, I'm about to, I know this town and it's slipping my mind right now. Bedford.
New Bedford?
I know. I was trying to, New Bedford, dude. So this light skinned dude
Every
from New
guy
Bedford.
from New Bedford has a thick
He's with his
accent.
shawty. He's with his shawty. He's like, probably by my height. He's like a little bit shorter, maybe chilling. And I was like, hey, buddy, you got to get out of here. You broke the rules. Da, 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 da. Walk him up to the top, and then he starts talking to me, and he's like, bro, like, let me back down. And I was like, yo, that's not even my job. I was like, you already got caught. I'm just here to get you out of here. They already recognize you down there. They're the ones who spotted you, not even me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's already past that point. And he was like, giving me a hard ass time. Da, 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 da. And at the end, he was like, yo, you working for the man. And his shawty was like, seeing me get pissed. And I was really about to bob that dude for just getting me mad. And I have much more composure than that, so I didn't. But like, that was the closest time I got to actually bopping someone just because they were talking to me crazy. But like, that's the closest I had to that. And he was like, you working for the man? Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, I'm working, making my check, having a good time. Like, sorry you couldn't figure that out. Like, why are you doing it wrong? And then he's like, yo, you talking to? Da, da, da. This girl was like, yo, babe, come on. I was about to smoke. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even like that. I'm trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yo, let me talk to me like you know what I am. Like, you don't know nothing. So relax. Make this easier for yourself. Come on now. Walk yourself out of here before we got drag you.
I did the same thing. It was me and Woody.
Woody. Dog. Hey, shout out to Mike Woodward, kid. I hope you're doing well,
We
my
miss
guy.
him,
Wherever
dude.
you
He
are.
was one of the
Hope you're doing well,
mainstays
brother.
back in the day. But it was me and him kicking people out. And it
That's
was
my
like,
boy from elementary school.
I know. So where are you guys from?
Be from the Mansfield, you know what I'm saying? 508, you heard?
Yeah. So it was me and him, and it was the same thing, like a bitchy couple. And like the guy was getting whining, and Woody goes, look, there's a cop right there. You want to get him involved? And it was just like so fucking crazy. But
They will try you.
Yeah.
And then they have some of them
Not
learn the hard
fun.
way. Lately, in this time and day, people are more intelligent, I would say, as a group. There's less fighting.
lot less fighting.
A lot less fighting. There's less confrontation and stuff like that. I think the general body is either softer or smarter, maybe one and the same. Maybe they're not mutually exclusive. Who knows? But Yeah, so we don't deal with that as much.
There used to be a lot more fights when I started the Chris Brown show. Were you there for that one?
Yeah, I definitely did work this.
The Chris Brown show, I was on the lawn, and I was literally running from fight to fight to fight to fight, and there was a brawl with the other Mike, by the way, who you know.
You know last name?
What is it?
Other Mike, who we talking about?
What do he look like?
No, the other supervisor that's on the lawn. Is his name Mike?
Toby?
No. Mike.
They know Mike.
Oh, fucking...
Phil?
No, fucking...
The younger
Bunch
guy.
Of old
He's like
Caucasian names.
Dude,
Dennis?
No, what's his fucking last name? I know it, dude. It's...
Oh, this nigga Buckshot.
Yeah, dude. Buckley.
Michael
dude.
Buckley.
Michael Buckley.
Yo, that's mad funny. That's a classic Curtis. Like, hey, like one time my friends were like, yo, it's James's birthday. I was like, who the fuck is James? Like, yo, Comer. Like, some people I just call by their last name. Buckley is Buckley, but yes, his name is definitely Michael.
Okay,
Buckles. Remember someone said call him Buckles.
Someone named him Buckles. Oh my god, excellent execution. Shout out to Izzy Pop.
So at the Chris Brown
Izzy Pop,
show,
shout out.
there was a brawl, like a huge brawl at the end of the concert, and Mike fucking had put someone in a headlock to break up the fight, and the guy tried to put him in a headlock, and he yelled at him, "I'm security," and it ended.
He wasn't trying to get put in that reverse headlock rotation. Oh, he's countering. Yo, chill out, security. That is classic, man.
Yeah, man, but
Buckley's a great dude. Love
he
that.
is a
Yeah.
great guy.
Love that kid.
We always had a good time at the after parties.
Yeah, at
Yeah?
the afters.
I
At
miss
the
him so.
afters.
At the afters.
I'm thinking
We
of one.
burned it down a couple times, man.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
about one
afters.
time though, specifically about like some guy freaking out at me like this summer. I don't know if you were there, Kyle, because you were only working the weekends.
Yeah.
But there was this one show, you might have been. Someone was with me in the lawn. It was like it started raining, and we had to like close off the porta potties. You remember this?
Oh, I was there for
Was
that.
there-
Yeah,
so
that
it's-
was one of those country shows.
So
And
me and you were blogging the porta
We had to
potties.
block
and
it with
some
that,
guy comes up, he's drunk as fuck, and he's freaking out that he can't use the porta potties. Like, bro, we've been turning everybody away because like it's around this like metal
Probably the only people
structure.
hiding in but it's the same time like that dude probably was trying to piss or lie to you.
Dude, and
he
he's-
was either taking a piss or lying to you.
He started saying, "Dude, I'm a military police officer." Like,
Oh,
Anyone
yeah,
who
yeah,
uses
yeah.
the military.
He was
you
really-
You call the
He was
cops.
really
you
drunk.
call the
I
cops.
remember this
Listen,
now.
you call those motherfuckers play different.
He was really
rules.
drunk.
They
and
will
it-
tap into an energy that you was not prepared for.
He started
It's
like
really
crying.
all or
and
done.
being-
Yeah. The way he was
Freaking
just
out.
describing
He
that.
was crying and whining, like, "Please, I'm shipping off in a few weeks." And then he pulls out his ID and like, "Dude,
that sounds
listen."
like maybe
No,
he was being a little
he was, like,
entitled.
threatening
man,
me,
yeah.
too.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
different.
so he
That's
went
different.
from whining and crying to threatening Vinny. He's like, "I swear to God, I'm gonna knock you
Oh,
out."
I was like,
he
I was like,
he's in
"Dude,
training
bro,
or
you'll
something, or was he
get
older?
arrested, dude." I was like,
Was
he was an
older?
older guy. He was
Oh, he
probably
was
like
older.
late 30s,
All right,
but
so he's been around. Then.
yeah. But of course, his girlfriend's trying to pull him away
Yeah, his
and
friends
say,
are pulling him
"Please
back.
stop."
Yeah, he's just got that.
It's like, dude,
That's classic.
I don't
That's
care. Some
classic.
some people get stuck in here, man. Some people get stuck in here. Can't get stuck in here.
You're
The
not
world-
entitled.
it's
I don't
also-
care what you
The
do,
world's
man.
bigger than your skull. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time, man. Don't be getting caught up in your thoughts. Enjoy yourself.
I just enjoy. But the point is, it's like
Hey, just enjoy every day.
endless enjoyment podcast.
Endless. Come on now.
But the point is, yeah, right. It's like I honestly like don't give a fuck who you are. Like you can say you're this, you're that. You can say you're the president. You say fucking the guy who owns the place.
Yep.
I'm not just gonna take your word for it, bud. Like
Yeah, humans
Even-
are humans, bro.
you know, like,
I don't care where you're from. Like, I will have respect for you if you have respect for me. Like, that's it. We're humans. Don't be trying to act different. Some people think they're not a human. Like, you above everything. Well, you're not a human. You're something
oh,
else.
because you were in the military, dude. Congrats. Thanks for your service. Dude.
Hey, the military is great and all, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, hey, if you're using that card to buy your way out of a situation, then I know some people in the military who wouldn't respect that. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Just like when you're drunk as fuck, bud. Like
That's like a disservice to the whole symbolic value of
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And I would say a lot of them do have like the ones that I'm friends with a couple, and they have like great composure. But I'm saying when I was talking earlier, like you do not want to tap into that energy because they do a lot to not bring that energy out. So if you start seeing that energy, you say, hey, we trying to have a good time tonight, chill out. Da, da, da. A lot of Disney, man. We have a good time out here at Disney Xfinity Center. How you doing?
Disneyland. Smile and wave.
Smile, man. Good vibes. Enjoy yourself. That's for all y'all too. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time, man. Take a deep breath. Be easy.
I'm gonna miss it, man.
Live your
so
life.
much.
Yeah, I know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always, hey, that's how I go, man. On life, keep moving. Keep it moving. Come on.
Like a train, man. Just fucking keep moving. Stay on track.
You know what I'm saying? You walk. Yeah. Sometimes you get caught walking in the gravel. If you stop, it's still gonna hurt. You gotta keep moving. Ooh, something write that down. Come on,
Get my notepad.
It's like the gravel.
Seriously, we had so many good times though there, and like
We had a lot of good times.
I was really soaking it in this last time. We're just being like, damn, I know I'm not coming back to you.
Vincenzo was in his bag.
He was.
Yo, can I get my first Vincenzo acknowledgement story? So we're sitting here at the after, just chilling, you know, same old. I'm here vibing with the older folks, having a good time, and all of a sudden, she's like, "Hey, see me." I'm trying to get the flow right. I can't even do this is like a 3 years ago flow, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, "It's Italian, you know what I'm saying? Ain't mad at him." He was just freestyling in the back of this pickup truck. I was like, who is this man feeling himself like this? That's the first thing I noticed.
We got video of this stuff and we can put it up right now.
That's not even the one. Yeah, correct. But I'm talking about this is like the OG one.
Oh, I know. When Litchfield just threw him up on the
yeah, because you had
your
your hype from the front. That's what I'm saying. We didn't work at the front, so we honestly kind of the
like,
people.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, you got to kind of earn your way in. So exactly my point. Where you was just getting at. So I'm like, this dude's having a great ass time, and I was like, that's what I noticed first. You know what I'm saying? So like that's like, hey, you earned my respect by doing your thing and having a good time. Like I will always respect that. It's not the easiest thing to do your thing wherever you are for whatever reason. And you were like, hey, I'm about to do my thing right here. Witness. And I was like, oh, I fuck with that. That's the first time I noticed you. You know what I'm saying? So then after we was having a good time, I talk about how I be making music, how we be having a good time. And then like we started a little doing freestyling. And that was like 2.5 years ago. And then like that was kind of just how it started.
I remember you coming up to me in the lawn though one day. I was working in the lawn and you came up like, yo, I heard like about your music.
That was cool.
Bro.
Yeah, because basically I was chilling with the old heads and I didn't want to just like dip on them because they kind of value me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the youth, the fun time, and like they are too. You know what I'm saying? It's a good chemistry. Right. So I was like, all right, let me not bounce on them and like try to see what's up with it. But you notice as the summer went on, I started doing my like. I be migrating a little bit. I gotta make my rounds over there.
Gotta mingle.
I can't be letting no one feel left out. You know what I'm saying? We all having a good time. So I be, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because he'd be like, Joe Kurt was here for like 20 minutes. Where he go? And I'll be back for another 20 minutes, 15 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I heard that. But that was real talk. I was like, all right, let me recognize this kid. And so that's what I did when I saw you at the next show. And I was like, hey, I seen you doing your thing. We did a little bit talking while we're both chilling in the service. There's nobody in the lawn yet.
It was upper cross. I remember.
I think you were like, did I say it? I didn't offer to freestyle. That's not the type of person I am. I'm not like, let me freestyle for you. You know what I'm saying? But somehow in the conversation, I ended up freestyling about what we were doing right then and there. And I remember you were messing with it.
I was there for that, yeah, too. I remember that.
I'll be real. I don't think you would.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were free. I didn't share this special moment, but
that's what I was saying. We definitely hung out 1,000 million times.
Right.
But
Yeah. So we were.
This is like me and Chenzo's like first conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was obviously just us two. But I remember I was rapping about working at Xfinity and stuff. And he was messing with it mad hard. He was like, "Oh shit, we got."
I started spinning some bars from one of my songs too. You know?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was like. We had respect for each other, and then that's kind of how it kept moving. And then so when we had the afters, I'm like, hey, what's good? How we doing? Chilling, have a good time, and then just another crew with another good group of people, keeping it moving.
Yeah, I remember like this year we started hanging out with you guys. I remember you and Mike came over, and you brought some Buckley.
I gotta admit because he's the youth.
Yeah,
he can move around, but you gotta bring him out the water. It's like a fish. How's it know it's swimming? You gotta take it out the water. My boy Michael Buckley, he's a dog. Gotta get him out the water. Come move around with me. Have a good time. He's a good. I love him.
He is a great guy.
Kid.
Yeah, but
super funny. I think I'm funny, and that dude funny.
He is funny. But yeah, no, I remember this year we really started hanging with you like at the after parties. You guys brought beer over. I mean, this year we really appreciated it. Just coming back from COVID and. Like, it's so surreal, really.
Yes.
My first show back was the Jimmy Buffett show, and it's like, wow, I'm back doing security at the show I worked 3 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 years. So everyone who's worked there for a long amount of time has worked there for like a year, and then you have like 9 to 8 months off, and then it's back on. So like they were doing that forever, and then there was 2.5 years where there was like no show. So it was just like a big, like, definitely a little void. I don't know if I felt it like that. I was kind of chilling, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nothing's wrong with a little Xfinity.
Maybe that's like also why that like the crowds were doing so well.
There was a cultural shift.
Because
there was a cultural
everyone's
shift.
just so appreciative that we're even allowed to fucking go out and fucking see live music.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but a lot of the kids these days are soft, and I didn't want to get into it earlier because it was kind of early. But these kids are soft these days.
Because we're deep into it now.
Yeah, those kids are soft, man. They don't want no beef. They
This
don't
is
want no
definitely one of your
squalor.
rants.
Yeah,
When
they're not
we
trying
talk
to-
about there's no fights anymore. There's no fights.
I said 2019, no fights.
There's definitely still
It's
some, but-
2022.
Some, but
It's
they're
2020.
Few and far
I got
between.
into one fight the past season, and it was an older crowd.
Oh yeah.
That 40-year-old, this is my seat. You not that crowd, which is all right, man.
This
Have a
is
good
my-
time.
I remember there was one
Don't
fight.
be saying this
at
is
the-
my seat, man. Say I'm having a good time tonight. Like you gotta rephrase it. You
I'm
gotta,
enjoying
you gotta
myself
reframe how you're
tonight.
looking at things.
There was one big fight at the Trippie Redd concert, but it was like
Yeah.
a big group of guys. You and I were both on the lawn. It was like a big group of guys and like some young kid, and they were all picking on them like 10 against 1. Remember that? Yeah.
That was tough. I was trying to fight for that kid. I
Yeah,
was like, where they at?
he
Where are
was
they?
so like he was so scared.
He was lost.
You know?
Yeah, he was lost. He had no.
He
had
was not
no,
feeling
I don't
good.
know if he was talking. He definitely talked to somebody shorty or something. I was like, I don't know how you got in the line of fire like this kid. You seem like a nice guy.
Yeah,
Some like young kid. He was probably like junior in high school at most.
shaking. You know, just
Yeah.
not having a good
You
day.
can't be having mad people beat up on you if you ain't done that before. I mean, even if it does happen, you're not ready for that. You got to really be entering that energy I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got to tap in if you're trying to take on multiple people.
That's psycho shit.
I'm about to say, oh man, talking about Xfinity. We're gonna rewind a couple years back when I first started working. There's kids from my hometown that go there, and I'm a white shirt at the time. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
More often than not, someone who hit someone or someone who was fighting with someone was someone that I knew.
Right? Yeah, that's always
And
bad
I
luck,
was
right?
like, "Ugh." I was like, brother, like I seen that dude like 2 weeks later, and I was like, you gotta be careful out there. They definitely like they don't know who you are, but I'm saying if you're running around throwing hands, they will get you one time. Like
And then you get the ban for the whole season.
the
dude,
whole
right?
season
Yeah.
or charges or a case. So unless you love
Behind
court,
this door, we
Hey,
have.
if you're
a
one of those
season
fans,
ban.
if you're a fan of the court with no hoop, by all means, get yourself in there. Go play with the gavel a little bit, but you can't dribble that thing the same. With don't bounce right, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna do something on your permanent record or something. One time, legendary story. This is like my second friend. I moved to Mansfield at early elementary. So like I lived there for a lot of time, but my family was never from there. So I always moved around like culturally and shit. That's what I would try to get about. Like where you're from is a bubble experience. Outside your bubble, you get smarter for it, right? But that being said, when we were out there, oh shit, what was my story? I had a great point to
Like
make.
said, legendary story.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
legendary.
It's legendary. All right, yeah, my boy, my second friend from the field. You know what I'm saying? My boy JR, Rockwell, you know who you are, how we living. We were, oh my God, this is a fucking baller story. What was I talking? Oh man, this story's bad. That's why I keep missing it, because this is something I have to forget. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to forget those details.
I did have to forget this one, because this one weighed on me.
Oh boy.
It's a little bit. So we were out there at Xfinity in the lawn. I'm working with Metro tonight. That's Metro Police of Boston. Not every night, but some nights. Big crowds, you can catch me with there because I got the headset to security. They don't have a headset to security, so it'll be just like a link, a connect. And instead of me having the white shirts, I'll be with the police. So this is like one of like the 6 to 4 at the time back in the day. One of the 4 or 5 times I do that a year. You know what I'm saying? Not often. So I'm sitting there, me and the Metro cop shooting this shit, having a great time. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, we both get a call. Someone's urinating on somebody. We both look at each other, and this man started moving, so I started moving. You know what I'm saying? He was running, so I was running. We both was running, so we both started running. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was running very quickly.
Through the crowd.
Very like almost like, hey, I ran track, you know what I'm saying? And like I was like 80% of that. Like we were really moving. So I was like, oh, I ain't cruise with the headset on like this ever. You know what I'm saying? So we Metro, we ready to go. Someone's trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Someone's pissed on someone.
Dude, I wasn't supposed to name drop. That's why I fucked up the story. But that being said, I was a little vague with it, but people who recognize it will recognize it. But that being said, there's someone, so he basically is kind of walking his way down the stairs. We see him, we run and go grab him. It's my boy.
That's rough.
Yo,
That's
bugging. So like, he got super blessed because we couldn't find the
couldn't find the guy he beat up.
Nah,
The guy he pissed
the
on.
victim. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So there was no, account.
pissed on someone.
There was no account of the evidence.
Who are you friends with, R. Kelly?
That's what I'm saying. There was no. Dude,
Jesus.
I'm telling you, when you tap into that energy, you got to be careful.
That's some straight up R. Kelly
Some
energy
people,
right
some people
there.
tap
That's
into that
evil.
energy. He probably was peeing with his eyes closed. Didn't even know where he was. Probably. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be
Didn't aim
smart.
for
You
the
gotta
guy,
be smart.
probably.
But that being said, I was like, dude, we bopped him, and I was like, oh, I felt so
I don't know.
bad.
You.
I felt awful. I was running full speed after you. Like, you were not getting away.
What was his reaction when he saw you? Do you remember?
He didn't like realize at first.
Right, yeah.
And he was like, bro, and I was like,
Don't bro me right now.
no,
not like that.
We both felt the same. We both felt
You
the
just
same.
both bummed.
I was younger at the time. It was like my first or second year working there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, this stinks. And I was like, I remember one of the interview questions was like, what would you do if one of your friends was doing something wrong? And I'd be like, if it was something really wrong, I'd definitely have to get him. But if it was something like that wasn't that bad, I'd definitely approach him and talk to him about it so they didn't get in trouble. And like, that's kind of what got, he was like, oh, I respect that answer. You want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, Bop, my friend, of like one of my second friends in my town. Like literal day
we
one.
got the boot.
Where's the loyalty?
Great kid, dude. Love him. Snap. He was cooking up some nice salmon, asparagus, roasted potatoes on the snap the other day. Gave him a shout out. Gives me a shout out. He's a good kid. Dude. Love him. Shout out JR.
Kid.
Oh boy.
That's a great story.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. Can't be pissed.
That's one. That's one you had to hide that
I
deep
had
down.
to, yeah, man. 'cause
You
I
had to
remember
forget
I had
about
emotions
that.
about it, man. I think that's what I got my brother, man. I got my brother, dog. That's the
I
day
never
That's the day I
bopped-
knew I couldn't be a cop.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't betray my friends.
Get me arrested a bunch of poor people.
I never-
shout out.
I never had to like do that to any of my friends there, but this is a phenomenon I always saw. Teachers and like some of my college professors, I would always see come through my line, shit-faced, drunk.
That's perfect. That's
Every
excellent.
time,
That
like-
is the great dose of reality that like you hope to see as you
Yeah.
mature.
That's
Like,
that
you're a
real.
human too.
I know. They're just like us.
Just like us.
Yeah,
There's no
you're not
difference.
perfect.
That's what I learned,
You don't
dude.
always get A+.
Now that I'm subbing,
You're
dude.
failing right now.
Retarded.
You're hammered.
What's up?
I was saying, like, now that I'm subbing, it's just like I'm
Jesus, I know you both have that perspective
Yeah,
right
I'll
now.
be educating the youth. It's a good time. We have fun. You know what I'm saying? Rule number 1 is have fun. Rule number 2 is be great. You know what I'm saying?
Rule number 3 is learn from your mistakes.
We don't make mistakes. We learn lessons.
Exactly.
You heard how I said that? It's different. We don't make mistakes. We learn lessons. Right? So as long as you learn from it, it's not a mistake. It's only a mistake if you repeat it.
Lessons and lessons. That's all there is.
All day, every day. All day, every day. Sign them up. Sign them up.
I'm seriously gonna fucking miss you guys.
Dude, we're gonna have to
Man,
get this
I'm
kid
about to
down
say
to
it. I
Nashville.
was hearing it as you said it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get on the plane probably. We're gonna have to get down there, good old Tennessee now.
Ooh,
Goddamn.
some barbecue.
Ooh, here's some barbecue out there. What else they got?
Good music.
And that's what I'm saying about there. So I gotta get in the studio with this man.
I know, bro.
Dude, the clock is
It's
ticking.
been. I know.
He gave you that look.
I know.
Oh, that slow head turn.
He gave you that
It's
look
been
with that
too
certain energy.
I know, man, dude. It's hey, how deep we going? How deep we going?
Dude, we're gonna talk about it all tonight. Even if we gotta cut it, we're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah, all right. So one thing I don't envy or I'm not jealous of anybody. One thing that I envy about Chenzo. Oof, we're talking.
There's a lot to envy. Look
Dude.
at him go.
I see some similarities, so I respect that. This man's willingness and ability to commit to his passion.
He's fucking committed,
I
man.
envy a little bit.
He's the
It's
man with
great.
the plan.
It's great.
isn't
I
he?
will always acknowledge it because I value it and I see what it is. Before we were talking, I said, you got the LLC yet? And I said, you will.
Yes.
Right? I didn't say nothing else. I said, you will, right? Because I understand it and I respect it. I know
He's
what
got
it is.
faith.
Gotta believe, man. But that being said, I was like, ooh, Chenzo like knows what he's doing. I never had that. I never even wanted that. When I was making music, a lot of it was just like for fun, for myself, for enjoyment. It was not a career. And people would be like, yo, this stuff's kind of nice. I would put, they know me, I'd put nothing out.
Bro, yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Whoa. I put nothing out, man, because either in my head it wasn't good enough or it had already served its purpose for me.
Yeah.
Like very selfish with that. And one thing I realized is I had a demo of a project I would never release. And I played it for my friends, about people was bumping with it. And he was like, yo, like, that really, like, I hear you, I relate to you. Not a lot of people sound like you. And that let me know that I had a connection to that individual deeper than what is normally perceived.
Right.
And I kind of got that feedback, and I still sat on it. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about that passion, that I had a slightly more, I valued security slightly more. And I'm not talking about no Live Nation. I'm talking about my protection of myself,
Yeah.
like. And I'm not even money motivated. I'm just talking about having enough to take care of myself and like be sustainable and like get what I need. The fact that this man's like goal and drive, like, you got to respect that,
That's
man.
what I
You
said.
got to.
Well,
For real. I don't
well-
that people sleep on that shit. That shit's disrespectful.
Yeah. Well, you should explain it to everyone what happened
moving,
today.
Get moving. When you
the
see someone
apartment.
moving, don't say nothing if you ain't moving. Get moving yourself. A lot of people they be on the wrong end of that road.
Yeah.
You see someone pulling away from you and you trying to pull them back. You need to get moving too. That's it. So like I respect that, and I see shit like that. It makes me want to get going. I was like, hey, we gotta get in the studio, and he's looking at me crazy. It's like, yeah,
I know.
what it is.
Yeah, it's been too long, man. And I appreciate the hell out of you, dude.
Yeah, real talk.
You've
real talk.
always been showing love
Just keeping it real.
since we, met. And, you just like, real recognized real in that moment. You just like knew like, oh, this kid's like for real about what he does. And then like as you got to know me more, you're probably like, oh shit, dude. And like
This kid wants this shit.
for real, I want it bad, dude.
Woo! Fire him up, man. Tennessee Nashville, here we go. Let's
We
get it
go.
going, baby.
We're getting into
So
it.
tell them what happened
I'll-
today.
I'm gonna
You
coach
gotta-
him up.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. But what I wanted to touch upon though.
Oh, shit.
About like the fact with like your music and shit and how I look at it. Like, a lot of my music is not like as good as I think it is. I don't think being a perfectionist, not saying that you are, but
It does. I do understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna say I'm a full perfectionist, but it does affect my output.
yes, it holds you back. So like when I make songs and I think it's like it's good enough to release, it's like, all right, next idea. Like what are we doing next?
Because
dude?
a
Like,
lot of your ideas will get aged or dated or you know what I'm saying.
and then
Like
you get better as you go on, just naturally. Like I like to do what comes natural to
it's
me.
reps, man. You don't get better by sitting down doing nothing. You gotta practice. You gotta put the reps in. Repetition. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so like with that, it's like I'm just trying to put out like as much as possible just to like keep getting better.
They might like it. That doesn't mean I will. You know, I'm just messing.
But, dude-
but like I'll be messing with the sound of the creation. Most of my thing, I think production holds me back. So I have an idea for a song and I'll create it, and then that output is not the same thing as I envisioned.
Yeah.
And that is where most of that is production. A little bit of that is on me. I've definitely been frugal with my production costs. I don't pay nothing, and I haven't really been investing too much time into that. So I haven't expanded upon the production part. But that being said, I've been focused on my delivery, my vocal control, my breath control, and all that stuff, because that's what I have control of right now. So like, I'll be hearing that stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh, I sounded like you definitely hit that note, but did you feel it? Did you hold it? Did you eat it up? Did it taste good? You know what I'm saying? Like for real, could you get some more out of it than just the sound? Like, did you feel it, experience it beyond that? That's what I'm working on right now. That's what I try to do. So when I'm writing a song or whatever, I try to make sure it's felt, because that's what I was just talking about, the feedback that I got. I was like, oh, people feel my shit. All right, let me make sure that it's felt, you know. So
They can relate to it more that
and
way.
they will, and then we'll record it, and I'll do the demo, and then we'll put it up in production, and I say that's gonna be on the shelf. I got the whole.
Put it
I got
away
a
in the
lot of
closet.
demos. I got a lot of demos. I'm not going down early, but I told my shorty, if I go down early, you gotta drop all my shit. You gotta drop for real. You gotta drop all my shit for real, please.
If we do make something, bro, we have to put it out there.
I got tracks, bro. I got tracks.
I remember this one beat that you sent me a couple months ago when we were working that like it was like more alternative. That I feel like something like
Trains above the track, keep the pedal to the floor. Where I'm going in this life don't matter anymore. Put those odds against me, I'll even up the score. There's like a guitar beat. It's like,
yeah, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, the night, turn out the light.
Something like that would be hype, dude.
Dude, I'm here for it. I like to be creative. I don't like boxes. I hate boxes. That's something I've always, I actually don't hate many things. I hate fear, and not fear of like something's gonna get me, but fear of like I cannot. Yeah. That like trepidation. Ooh, right I hate that shit. When I see people say I can't or this can't happen, like I literally get fired up and I attack that idea every time. To the point where it'll be something I knew, like we're playing a video game or something. My boy be like, I can't get that. I'm like, you ain't playing right. This is why you can't get that. You gotta rotate and tell yourself you can't.
Yeah, it's
like,
all mindset, man. Like,
so yeah, I'm a little stingent on that. That could be some internal, things that I see in myself. Oh, you told yourself you couldn't do something, so now you hate seeing it in other people, right? I'm self-aware enough to say that out loud. Maybe we'll see.
maybe
Nothing's for fact or set in stone, just an
Yeah.
opinion or an observation. But that being said, like pay attention to how you talk to yourself and what you think you can get done, right? I think Chenzo is a great example of how I talk to myself and what I think I can get done.
for sure, bro. Because I thank you, but I've also been at the opposite end too.
You
where-
have
yeah.
to understand it. Hey, guess what? Why am I happy? Why am I having a good time? Because I seen the other side.
Exactly.
I know it's over
It
there.
doesn't get you
I know it's
anywhere.
over there.
I've
It's
been
not
to
good.
hell and back.
It's not good for me. It's not good for you. It's not good for no one around me. So I got to put my effort in and I got to create that positive energy that I'm having a good time or else we're stuck over there doing the opposite.
Facts. Life's what you make it, man. I really believe that. And all is like what you focus on and what you believe is like what you manifest into reality. I think.
Manifest is the name of the game. Create what you want.
Boom, like a wizard, dude. I'm fucking out here. Like, dude, honestly, something that like I heard recently, and like I just kept doing it until we're getting into the story, Kyle, of where we're at today, is I heard by like how you manifest things is by just acting like you already have them. Like,
The inverted imposter syndrome. I am it, so therefore it is.
so like I applied to this apartment a week ago,
Yeah.
and I've been waiting to hear back. Instead of just like I've been stressing out about not hearing back and just thinking about the reasons. Like,
Oh yeah, that's the worst. When something's out of your control and it just sits in the back of your head,
Yeah.
you do gotta worry about it, but you gotta drop it.
like
at the
this
same
whole
time.
weekend went by and I'm working, and all I'm thinking about is like, am I gonna get this apartment or not? But like, and thinking about the reasons why I might not get it, but I just kept going like just literally I just kept doing that, just acting like I just got the apartment. And I was like, let's fucking go. And then today I got the news that I got the apartment. And I was like,
Imagine if that shit went the other way. This dude was
be like,
practicing. It's like God. No, but that being said, like that's great. Definitely try to manifest that energy. That like.
But even if I didn't, I was trying to be just like, there's a reason why I didn't get it, and maybe there's just like something else I got to do. But like now, I'm just glad of like, all right, I'm in the right direction. Like
Hey man,
it was meant to be.
the best lie is tell the truth, right? So I'm not too sure, but I'm feeling it. Hey, fuck it, we're feeling it then.
I think we gotta pop this area
Oh,
open.
so-
So
Celebrate.
in a month, you will be moving down to Nashville.
30 days, baby.
30 days.
That boy gonna be getting grown out here.
Congratulations,
I already
boy.
drank. Mine's empty.
We
Mine's
get us
empty.
some champagne, boy.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, boys.
That's what's
It's
up,
crazy. We're just trying to hit 20 episodes before I go. Because Kyle will not be on the podcast anymore.
God damn it, Kyle.
got
It's all your
fired.
fault, Kyle. It's all your fault.
Unfortunate, dude, but you know, he'll come visit and
We'll
we'll
have
get
a
him.
triumphant return.
Yeah, we'll come back and get a
We'll pick
legendary.
up EEP North over here.
Yeah. Me and
Yeah.
there we go. Me and Curse
Come on,
start a
man.
podcast.
And I don't know if it's gonna be every week now.
What about that hard work and dedication? What happened to all that?
I'm here now, right? No, I'm just playing, man.
Oh boy.
No, that's what's up, man.
We'll be down to visit you. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no,
That's gonna
look,
happen.
Get a plane ticket, get a good time going.
Hell yeah, bro.
Little
I'll take
bit.
you guys out.
A
Show
little
you.
bit
This is
on
what he
the- on the
texted. This is
boulevard,
what he
on the
texted me. He's like,
avenue.
when you
Downtown
see
Broadway.
me, when you see me in Nashville, you're gonna see party animal Chenzo. That's what he told
Said,
me.
dude, this ain't even the full
'Cause-
evolution.
Well, it's because this man's been waiting for every other weekend. This man's asking me to go out with him, and I've just been like saving up money, and I just have no desire. And I'm working every weekend too, so it's like I have no desire.
I go out. I know the drill by now too.
Yeah, but like he would always be trying to get me to go out, and it's just like I'm working, saving up money, man.
Hey, he had a
You
plan
got
and he
to
stuck
save.
to it. He saved his money. He wasn't fucking wasting
I've
it.
also worn this
Spinning
hat
his wheels.
every episode of the podcast.
Consistency, you just have to. You know.
The man
What's
with
the difference
the
between being
plan.
good and being great?
I gotta make sure.
What's
I
the
don't
difference
hang.
between being good and being great?
What?
Consistency,
Fact.
right? If I'm good, I might know I'm good. I might do something good, right? If I'm good all the time, someone will tell me.
Does anyone want to open this? Because I'm a little scared to open it.
That's you, man. You gonna get on all this tech. I ain't doing that. I'm the guest. You gonna splash up on all this.
Oh boy.
Pop that shit, man. Somebody saying.
Do it. So
Get going, boy.
can
Get that
see.
forearm strength in there.
Do
I
it
don't
from
wanna
right
hit
here.
the camera.
Come on, man. Like you out
All
there.
right.
You gotta be out there in the
Hold it
field
right
now. Come on, like you know what you're doing.
Come on, like
I
you
don't
fucking
know.
earned it. Let's go.
Do it like you did celebrate before one time.
Go, baby.
Trying to shake it up, give it a little back shit. PSI, bro.
Don't waste it all.
Use that thumb hinge and give it a little.
Oh!
Hey.
Oh, whoa.
Good job. Avoided the mix
Get
and
the cup.
camera.
Get the cup. Grab it.
Good job. Good
Oh
job.
boy. A little bit.
Hey,
of
pour that little champagne poppy.
Popping champagne bottles
Come
on.
on.
He. Hey, it smells good.
Athlete right there.
a
Dude.
little messy.
It's for the, hey, for the show. Oh, is that the kid right there?
He's gonna need a fold one right
We
there.
Those good looks.
We miraculously missed the
Yeah,
audio.
correct.
You hit everything
Yeah,
else.
everything else,
Congratulations.
but anything of value.
Yeah. If
Anything with-
only you
anything with
aimed
this-
it right at the camera and it went down, that would have been
Anything with
good.
the
That'd
current
be
ran through it was
hilarious.
alright.
Thank you.
Oh boys.
Champagne.
What is going on here? Cheers,
guys.
gentlemen.
Cheers, boys.
Congratulations, kid.
Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Good shit, man.
Cheers to you, man.
God
Shouts
damn.
out to the young Chenzo. Got
Your
the
boy
whip better than
making
a rental.
moves.
Hey, come on now.
City of Smash.
Is that helping you
Calling
fucking
my ass.
visualize? Ooh, it's on the hat, son. No cap.
No cappuccino.
And I ain't talking donkeys. They don't make cappuccinos at donkeys.
Goddamn. Quick time out. We're gonna clean up a little bit.
Yeah, that boy fucking. Yeah. Stop recording. I'm about to take a piss.
Okay, yeah. Pee break.
Perfect. That was smooth. That was funny. There's some good shit. There's some good shit in there. That was a long ass piss, dude. That was one of the top 12 EEPs ever. Dude. I was sitting there. I was like, we done yet? That's it. You put his cup down there? Or is that yours? That's yours. Yo, I was like, you gotta get the thumb hinge. Whoa! When you hear it back, it sounds so bad. It's like good but bad. We gotta get the thumb hinge. Whoa! I'm like, oh, okay. Mrs. Fowl from fucking
Jimmy
Dead ass.
And we're back on
Yeah.
the Endless Enjoyment Podcast, episode 14 with my bro, Apex Nite.
With the get right.
My God, yo, I was dying. I was listening to some of your music earlier.
Oh, let's go.
Think it was staged. There's like that sample you use at
Remember
the
when I go
beginning.
on stage?
There's that sample that you used in the beginning. I was like, oh, fuck, my phone or some shit.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I can't believe it's like, oh, fucking call back. And then
We'll play it
drops.
real quick so y'all can hear it. But ready?
Oh, fuck you. Sorry, my phone.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Wait, who? What's Apex Night, of course. Hey, remember when I got on stage? I remember when I had them all pop out on stage. Throw that in the meanwhile. Brothers look like Groundhog's Day. Pop out and then they catch some shade. Been working in the meanwhile. Shorty on my line, people want my time. Please don't block my shine. Ain't no speed dial.
There it was. But it's also at the end, you were like smooth radio. Like,
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say, man. When I be making music, honestly, it sounds pretty bad, but I just be messing around. I just feel it out, have fun with it. So at the end, I was like, Apex Night, smooth jazz radio. But even like when I was doing that shit, I was trying not to laugh, and that's not. I didn't write that down. You know what I'm saying? I just finished recording, and
You're
I was
just
like,
feeling yourself,
that's
yeah.
how I'm feeling. I've been coasting, no coasters, scratching tables, rocking loafers, find the link to the social. They want all of mine. Down, 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 da, da, da. And you are on air, smooth jazz radio, Apex Night. And my sound guy, he was fucking with it too. He was like, yo, what made you say that? And I was just like, smooth jazz radio.
I I remember someone at Xfinity said that, like, Curtis with the smooth radio voice. You got a great voice, man.
From time to time, I hear myself back, and I'm like, what? I think it sounds so bad sometimes. I don't think anyone hears themselves properly.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know what it requires. But, like, even hearing myself not, this is what I sound like. It sounds all right. But, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not running around talking like, you hear my voice.
Of course. I think it's just something you got to grow more comfortable with as you use it.
Yeah, I was about to say, a lot of people just, like, you just hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you don't hear it, essentially.
Or, like, how people just say, like finding your voice. Like, I say, like...
now we are talking, man.
You know, like, when I first started rapping, though, like, I wasn't as comfortable on the mic as I am now. I didn't have that confidence, the emotion, the, like...
Yes.
The ability to breathe and stuff, you know?
Yeah, delivery is... Oh, man, delivery is everything, bro. This shit ain't FedEx, it's not UPS, but delivery is everything. You need delivery, bro. I don't care what you're talking about. I've heard this is what gave me some humble self-awareness. When I hear someone rapping about some real shit and it sounds bad, I feel bad. So I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna say, yo, you gotta feel that shit vocally. I need to feel it like you feeling it. I like them bars and I understand what you're talking about is real. But that being said, I'm not feeling it like that's real. So like when I seen someone else do that shit, I was like, oh God, imagine me talking about all my like heavy feelings, and it just not coming off right. I was like, oh God, we gotta deliver. So I think as I practice and as I was making tracks, when I'm even writing, what voice do you hear? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a voice. Is it your voice? Do you know what I'm saying? So like for me, it took me a little bit to hear Apex when I was writing songs. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hearing either another rapper or just like a flow that feels like it fits, but it's not what I want to say or how I want to feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'd respect that finding your voice thing. It's definitely like, you got to weed it out. You got to get in there.
And certain tracks call for different...
I love to be versatile. I don't know if you noticed, my skin tone is not super dark or super light. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle a little bit. So I like to practice different things. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect that. I appreciate that. I was brought up to value the differences and things. So like I'm all about like that one track we were talking about. That's like a rock track, but like I'm a hip hop kid for sure. You know, I've always had different influences, but hip hop to the roots.
But you also like say it ain't so.
Your love is a heartbreaker.
You're gonna have me bumping that song, dude.
It's good, man.
It's a great song. We'll listen to it when we smoke.
For connotation, being as of a Caucasian community, that was something we would lift weights to. So I feel it. I tap in. It's a song that I feel. I want my shit to be felt. Do you get what I'm saying? Even when I was working, my other friend who I told you, the LLC, Young Hustle Entertainment, my boy, he was like making tracks and he got albums. And he's really good. He's someone who's good and is undervalued. And like that is also alarming to see. My boy, Champ the Great, this dude is nice. He kind of put me on the first time I got on a show. He just was like, yo, come out with me. Because like I was showing him like I chill with you. Puts me on a show. We made a track together. And then like at the end of the night, it's an open mic. We're freestyling. I'm shooting this shit. Drop some of my best shit ever. And it's open mic freestyle. And I'm like 18. I even old enough to drink in this bitch. And then sneaking me beers and shit over in the side. You know what I'm saying? So like just kind of like the appreciation for that. You understand? Like, I don't know. It's just real. You got to like definitely get out there, feel it, know what it is. Practice that delivery. Practice that, hey, we're out here with the group. We're out here putting in that work. This is what it is. And I feel like this man's kind of heading in that same direction. So, hey, make sure you're working hard. I kind of talk about some of the things I'm worried about. Maybe that affects my production and my output, like we were just discussing. But, like, I'm always paying attention. So, right, so I see my friend who's super talented, not where he's supposed to be. I see you over here on your way up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, stay humble. I might be a little too humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why nothing gets put out. So, there could be a little pros and cons with that.
I think... Well, what were you saying earlier about consistency, man, is like, I'm trying...
That's a self-awareness piece.
I'm trying to...
bonk me on the head with that shit.
I'm trying to take that bridge, though, from just being good to being great, you know, by being consistent. We put out the podcast every week, dude. I've been working on a ton of music right now, and it's just like... That's
dope, man. That's dope. That's really dope.
And just, like... keep putting it out as much as I can, dude, and just to put it out there. Someone will enjoy it, you know. Someone
will enjoy it. That is a lesson. Aspiring artist. You might, coming from me, the kid who's not putting out nothing and no one even knows that I make music. But that being said, someone will feel your shit. It might not be up to your snuff or your standards, but someone will feel it.
That also comes to the point too where
And that's the gift. That's what the music does. It makes us feel, think, connect, communicate.
about like say like eventually I'm gonna have a song that blows the fuck up. It's not up to me what song that is, you know.
In a sense,
it's the
don't
audience.
write hits, write what you feel.
It's the audience,
and that shit will
gets to
come. And that
decide.
shit will don't write hits, write what you feel, and that shit will come. When I'm trying, not me personally, but if I'm chilling with someone and they're trying to write a hit, that shit's gonna sound like that, and that's gonna sound like what we already heard. Say what you feel, even if I'm diamond up, I'm chapped out. Like, say what you feel. Make sure you're feeling it. That's how that shit gets across.
Yeah, I try to just be really like vulnerable in my music. Like I'm saying like what the fuck
Honest,
on my mind. Yeah.
honest. Vulnerable is a great word. I like honest too. I feel like a lot of times people avoid that, or like I said earlier, the best liars tell the truth, and they'll be like half truths, or like this is kind of what I'm about. But like if you're authentic and you're honest about your shit, people will connect.
Which is why I have some darker music too, you know, like I have more like emotional shit that's like I'm working towards being more positive. That's why my next mixtape's gonna be
Talk that talk.
some more, you know, emotional shit. But all the other music I'm working on besides this like last emo
The
tape,
burden of being an artist, man. You
is,
gotta
bro,
you gotta feel these emotions to
I'm
realize
starting to
there's a
feel
lot to work
myself
on.
though. I'm starting to get really confident
Good.
in what I'm
Good.
doing, dude.
We practice, we get comfortable. We get comfortable, we become confident.
You gotta grow.
So you're comfortable. You're getting
Like
comfortable.
what you were
Don't
saying-
get too comfortable though. Keep moving.
Fact.
You're in the gravel.
Keep it moving.
Don't stand in the gravel. You
Don't
gotta
get
keep
in the
moving.
gra- it still hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
I think it's all about, you know, just doing at least something every day to make yourself better. Whether it's something little or not.
I would say I've always found something, but it's to be consistent. We're buying into this or we're doing this. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I respect. I have always had a little bit of like a funnel of fun shit I like to do. We can throw anything in that funnel and a good time comes out. Right? But you're like, yo, I'm gonna have a good time, but we doing this fucking music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I respect that a lot. That's kind of like,
I appreciate you showing so much love.
it's not even showing love. Fuck this kid, yo. I just say what I see. I just say what I see, man. And I'm not gonna fib to you. Like, that's what I see. That's what I see, so I say it.
Thank you.
I got you.
I think, like, for sure, like, it takes a lot to put yourself out there, and you do it better than anyone. Like,
What are some of your... I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
You're consistent on social media, like, posting songs, doing all this stuff. Like, a lot of people, like, I'm like Curtis, I don't want to put myself out there as much, you know, like, on social media and that stuff, but you're good at it, and you do it right, for sure.
I appreciate
Can
you.
I piggyback off of what he just said?
Go for it.
Of
All right,
course.
so he was saying putting himself out there and shit like that. All right, so listen. Do you know the vibe that you get when you put? All right, first of all, I'm a coach. I coach football. I coach track. We have a good time.
Coach Curtis!
We try to coach Kurt, man. They know Coach Kurt pull up. We try to be, hey, it's a great day to be great, just like every other day. You know what I'm saying? They already know the callback.
Gotta keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. When I pull up to fucking practice and they go, remember when I got on stage? And I was like, these motherfuckers found my shit.
They found you out, huh?
I
They found you on social
Yeah, so
media.
they was talking. There was one kid who was messing with it. I got a couple of followers from that shit, and I don't know how I felt about it, dude. I was like, yo, I'm trying to like,
They
don't
found
be
out
crossing
that
lanes.
Spider-Man was Peter Parker
Exactly.
right there, man.
I was like, yo, no, I'm cool like
Apex
that, man.
Knight? I thought you were Coach Curtis.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, when I coach track and shit, some of the coaches are older than me, or they were there like when I was an athlete and stuff.
Yeah.
They know my old shit. They be like, yo, King Kurt. Oh, this thing used to be King Kurt back in the day.
Blowing out the old school nicknames.
You don't even know that. That was like 2012 to like 15.
I'm trying to avoid the same thing though. I'm trying to like because I'm
I
only
know,
working
they're
for
gonna
another
they'll-
month, dude.
they'll
I'm trying to
figure-
avoid like some of the kids already know who I am, and it's like I don't want them finding out.
You get a little nervous
Until
about it.
I'm
You do
gone.
get a little nervous about it,
like
man.
once I'm gone, I don't care.
Yo,
You know?
that is so real, man. Because I'm like, listen, like, I'm glad that you had a good time, but like, you better be fucking working hard right now. I was like, you see me having fun over there because I work hard right now, and like, don't get the two confused. I think it's a good way to connect and like illustrate some of the things that you value, But that vulnerability piece, right? Yeah, I'm giving that to maybe people that don't want to have it, or for my situation, not ideal. Honestly, it's real, and I don't give a fuck. They can hear that shit, and that's me, and I'm not gonna change who I am because of what you heard.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's always something I thought about. I remember when that shit happened this past football season, and they was like, "Remember when I got on stage?" Oh, and meanwhile, and I was like, "Sheesh, y'all heard that shit?" Da 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 da. And obviously, I was having fun. We gassed it up and shit. Da 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 da. One kid was like, "Yo, that's Buns." I was like, "What's Buns? What you listening to?" I was like, "What song did you hear?" And he didn't even know what he was
Rap
talking
battle
about.
me right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the few black kids on the team. So like coming from the field, there's very few of us. The culture's a little bit like it's different there, but at the same time, like we see each other a little bit more just because you're in that pond and you're not everybody else in the pond. So you gotta have a little bit of that social awareness for that situation. So like he was talking, we had a good ass time with that, good connection on that shit. But it's super funny, like when you hear shit like that, and then you get kids following you on like SoundCloud and trying to add you on like IG and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta tidy up my IG.
Yo, so one of the kids found me though, and not even on my page. I did a cover song, my ex's best friend,
Yeah.
MGK song with my boys from college.
Right, that's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on my buddy's YouTube page, and I looked at one of the comments one day. I was just looking at it. Oh, I think my friend said, I think one of your students found you, and it was like, Mr. Frontino, we found you. And I was like,
Mr. F.
I had them delete the comment. I was like,
I'm in class. This is why I was like, I'm like
He's
I'm
whispering
like,
on
yeah,
mic.
for real.
That's how you know it's
they'll
a secret.
find this shit.
They will.
They will find this.
but I'm saying once I'm done, it's fine.
I'm in class. I'm in class. The final few days before December vacation, we're not too focused on learning new material because they're not gonna hold on to it for that next 15 days or whatever till school comes back. 12 days. Where me and this one kid named my boy Harley. That's all I'm gonna say for now. He's got a SoundCloud. He be rapping a little bit. He has support and he has haters and da 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 da. So I'll be talking to him like every so often, let him know what it is. I'm like, yo, Harley be rapping. Da, da, da. Yo, that class we freestyled for like 10 minutes, and they was like, Mr. B, you got SoundCloud. I was like, I was like, yo, chill. I was like, no, that's just for fun. They almost got me.
They knew.
Almost got myself.
Yeah, see, you used your
Like, yo,
superpower.
I was freestyling
Spider-Man
about- I
was
was
using his superpowers. when he was
Exactly.
supposed to
Peter
be
Parker. Didn't have my mask
Peter
on. I'm
Parker, dude.
shooting webs. And they go, this dude's slinging right now.
Wait, we didn't know you could sling webs. Where's your
Yeah,
costume
man, I
at?
was like rapping about being a good student and shit. So bad. It was fun. It was fun. We had fun with it. But like, god damn, I always think about that shit. I think I'm to the point where, oh man, that security that we just talked about that I value, right? Like
Yeah.
that is a direct example of that being visualized, where I value my security, my financial stability over my passion, and where I talked about that envy from before, right? That's kind of where that all starts to accumulate, and kind of get tangled up.
I got a couple things on my mind.
Oh, I'm here.
Where it's
Shoot.
like,
I told this man to fire his shots before we got in here.
Where
I
it's-
said, you're not going to hurt my feelings, so make sure you say it. You know what I'm saying?
but what you're talking about, kind of like, I appreciate, Kyle, what you said too, like about putting myself out there, and like putting yourself out there is very hard to do for sure. Just like you just like
Authentically you.
putting yourself out there to just be judged. Like
Yeah, being
everyone's
authentically
gonna,
you
everyone's
for
gonna
other people to
judge
form
you,
opinions.
and everyone's gonna have something to say about it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Do you read all the comments? Do you see negative stuff?
Well, like something I've learned from like Gary Vee is like a big inspiration of mine. It's like if you're not responding to every comment that you get, like what are you doing? Like even if it's like obviously as you get more,
There is a lot of truth to this.
but as you get famous, like like
you do.
there's
You
more.
actually
There's
do.
too many to respond to, but like at my stage where it's like I get like
Establish the
a couple
connection.
comments, if you're not responding to every comment you get, like what the fuck are you doing? So I always try to respond to every single comment that I get and always show love. I always tell people
Keep going.
that I appreciate. I always tell people that I appreciate them though. Like I try to make like go above and beyond to like let people know that like I appreciate them, because like the love that I'm getting now is like the real love I'm gonna remember 10 years from now, who was really supporting me
Correct.
for when I was like doing my thing and believing in myself. But like I have had some instances of getting some random fucking hate from just like literally people that make burner accounts just to fucking
Dude, I was gonna
hate
say,
on me,
can I elaborate on this? A lot of people who throw a lot of that shit around feel the same way about themselves.
Yep.
And that's why it's important to practice that self-awareness.
They talk about themselves.
Hey, buddy, did something I do make you envious? Were you feeling jealous about something I was doing? You should do something differently. What are you not being truthful about? And I was just being open with you about how I felt, right? So someone else who isn't able to have that level of communication or that self-awareness, they're going to send you a comment because they're not understanding that they coming up short.
And you need to have empathy that they're in a bad place to be hating on you. You know what I mean? It's like, I pray for you. I hope
they say
you
be the bigger
fucking...
man. I want to say something. The bigger man always wins. There's no situation where the bigger man does not lose. Even if you get the short end of the stick, the fact that you chose to be the bigger man or woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already won.
And it's the fact that I've been there too, where I wasn't necessarily hating on people, but I felt a certain way about myself that wasn't good. And that's when you treat people around you though like shit. I've treated people that I love like shit, dude, before because I felt like shit about my fucking self. The whole world's a mirror.
All right, so I was thinking about this on the way coming over, right? I already know that Chenzo's got a good positive vibe, and like we talked about the opposite, like knowing what the opposite is, like, what allows you to like be that? Okay, ready? He's positive and he helps others because he knows his strength. He knows his power. Not everyone does. People who don't know their level of power or know their strength, they'll try to get it from others or they'll try to demean others to make theirs equal, right? If I'm able to give something and expect nothing in return, I have the power, right? So that's what I'm talking about, being the bigger man. I don't need nothing from you, but I'm going to help you out because guess what? I'm stronger than you are, and that's how it goes.
So now it's like, at times when I've gotten hateful comments, I've just like reported and deleted them. But now I might just respond.
I respond and say something real constructive.
I hope you have a fucking great day.
No, not even that.
Shit,
Not even that. If they said like your music sucks, I'll be like,
thank you.
Hey, I appreciate your input. What makes you think that? And then just some like bullshit, after like, hey, are you working on anything? Like getting them thinking, getting them to realize, hey, you're commenting on my shit negatively because you're not doing anything, right?
No,
so that
or
first
even
part,
like I feel
would have asked for that.
you.
I would have asked for that. No, that's too obvious. You gotta be the bigger man. We can't be insulting people, right? So we say, hey, tell me what your feedback is, and then also how are your actions making you feel this way? But I just condensed that in some little comment like, what you think, bro? What you working on? You know what I'm saying? And then he's not going to answer. That person will not answer because they're not doing either of those things.
I'm not trying to insult them, but by saying that, it's just
no. I'm just being like, I was talking about being the bigger man. Like, you're being correct. Obviously, like, fuck that person. But at the same time, like, if I'm writing it up and making it look pretty so everyone else can read it too, then might as well, right?
Dude, it's just fucked. So most of the hate,
it will not perceive.
What brought me to this like idea though is everyone
what's that bootleg?
It's gone, bro.
Oh, he did good job.
Half on the floor and half.
Good job.
I have in the
Good job, everybody.
No, we spilled a lot.
That's fine. That's all right. It was authentic.
And we caught it on camera.
Yes, sir.
Your boy's moving to Nashville. But
out of there.
what brought me to this point, what we're talking about right now, is like everybody you ever meet has a different perception of you. Like they have it.
This is a good point.
They have an idea of who they think that you are. And that's why at the end of the day, all that matters is how you feel about yourself and what you think you're doing, because you're the only one who actually knows who you are. And even then, it's like I'm still learning about myself every single day
seeing this?
and trying to make myself a better person, you know?
Hell yeah, man. Man, we on the same fucking page, boy. It might be a different book, but like,
It's definitely
on
a
the
different
same
book.
page for real, bro. Like, you understand what it is, man. I can't give nobody shit if I don't have my own strength, right? If someone asks you for a favor and you feel like that's tax, I mean, maybe that person might be taxing, but at the same time, how do you feel about yourself? Like, that's real talk.
And it's just like, I feel like a lot of people have very strong opinions about people they know nothing about. And it's like, why the hell do you even like feel that way? And it probably says something more about themselves, you know?
If I hate on people I don't know, I might not know myself. That's one of those, I don't get mad at anything besides the fear or that I can't. That kind of that ignorance towards hate, that's in that I can't category for me. I can't be positive. I can't think about how to reframe my life because, and there's a lot of people who are great people who think like that. You know what I'm saying? Who are like respectable people, but they get caught in their own little headspace and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all.
How you feel about yourself is mostly about how you're brought up, unfortunately. And like they say, it takes a village, right? Because you have parents and shit, but it's also your friends, it's your teachers, it's your community, all that other shit that affects who you are too. So I don't know. It's tough for like some kids who have less opportunity.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta, what's opportunity for? Taking, right? So what do you have? What can you get? Don't lose out.
I mean, yeah, there's obviously people, though, that have come from, shitty situations, have done the most with their life. And, like,
all right,
it's
ready?
all about, like,
all right, can I cut you off
what
and go
you do.
deep?
But it's like, one second. It's, like, it's all about, like, what you do with what you have. Like, you can, I don't know what I was trying to say, but, like, you just got to learn from what you've been given and, like, try, if you have that mindset that, like, you can't do something, like you're saying, that limiting mindset, like, no matter what you come from, as long as you believe that you can do what you think you can do, it might take longer, it might be a harder circumstance than others, but I think that I believe that you can do that. I believe in myself, like, the way I believe in myself, I believe that in any other person. It's just because, like,
because you have the strength, you have the power.
And I'm very lucky to, like, be in the circumstance that I am. Just to
you
have.
went through the fire. It's not luck.
I'm still
look at me.
Dusting the fire
it's not
off,
luck.
son.
You earned it. You earned that shit. That perspective, that foresight, that hindsight. That's from experience. Experience taught you. I tell my students, I'm a great teacher. Experience, an even better one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't learn until they learn the hard way. But that's really just saying until you experience it yourself.
Yeah, you got to go through shit yourself to learn sometimes, or witness it like close.
Or be smarter and hear somebody else tell you how to do it.
Exactly. No, bro, I've done the same shit. I've seen some people that I know and love made some bad
and you're
decisions.
Like, all right,
bro.
I gotta steer over here.
And
I
was like,
that way. Yeah,
don't
Thank
do
you
that.
For showing me.
Yeah, like,
Thank you for showing me. We gonna go this way.
Yeah, facts.
You gotta respect. Hey, lessons are lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out.
That's basically all I was trying to say. Was like, no matter what circumstance is, if you can learn from it and just try to become better, then, like, you're already winning. Like, it's all about focusing on the positives of life. If you focus on the negatives, that's all you're gonna keep attracting is negative shit. If you focus on the things that are going right, that's like this tattoo right here. I've talked about it all the time. Winning streak. It's all about every day.
We're on a winning streak, boy.
We on a motherfucking winning streak. But it's basically every day that you wake up, you're fucking lucky to even be alive. Like, what are you going to do with that? What are the things that are going right for you? Why are you going to focus on the things that are going wrong? Because that's just going to bring you down. It's like, it's okay to learn from those things that bring you down, but you got to, what are you doing that's going to make it better?
What are you doing? Think like a man of action, act like a man of thought. What are you doing? Write it down.
That's like, no, when it comes to comment to, like, someone hating, like, what are you doing? That's
Can I tell you what kind of you got me talking about with the social media thing? I get a great feeling when I comment on somebody's shit who is actually, I have two stories about the social media comments, all right? So I'm going to go with the first one a little bit smaller and the second one a little bit longer, right? The first one, when I comment on someone who's, like, blue checked or popular or famous or some shit, and they comment back or respond to that shit, I will dead ass screenshot it. And I have a few separate Instagram captions, comments to remind me I have the ability to reach through the masses and find something that this person was able to respond to or admire, right? So there's a few times where I'll comment on someone, like, a lot of the times it's like coaching stuff where I kind of get to step into my element a little bit, and I'll say something in the comments. I'll say something in the comments, and then, like, whoever it is, like, thousands of followers will be like my shit, and then they have a little comment about it, and I'll screenshot that shit.
Comment stands out.
I was able to filter through that honky dory.
But again, the point is also we're all human. Like, that person's
that is why they heard me. Yeah, that's why they heard me. Real. I wasn't trying to be nobody else. I was just saying what I saw. I say what I see now. You know? And that's it. And then people recognize real. So they see that real, they recognize it, and they can connect back to it. So, like, that's number one, right? So I always, when you were talking about responding to people, that's a very smart idea. Very good. I told you how much it affects me, right? So if you're doing that with your little audience, that's a great way for them to buy in, right? Secondly, I have people who are, like, either high school acquaintances or college acquaintances, people that I don't know too well, who are, like, creating content and stuff. And I remember what you were talking about when you were talking about being supportive and, like, shouting out people and shit like that. I was a little bit on this most recently, this girl who was, like, a couple years older than me. She posted, like, she's starting to get into, like, workout videos and shit. And, like, for me, I don't even see boy, girl, dude. I see the dead ass workout. I see what you're trying to do. I see the commitment and right? So she put out a couple, and, like, there was a little funny thing, and, like, I literally was like, do I comment this? Like, I don't want her to feel attacked, but like, I also want to say my valuable statement that has some level of maybe a slight criticism, but it's funny or it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? And I type that shit out, and I get a bunch of love back. And I go, wow, look at what being real does for you. And, like, that was something I hesitated about. But, like, this person who's only my acquaintance, who has an acquaintance, like, knowledge of me, I did a little bit of communication on the way that they felt that, and then there was a connection there. So he's telling me that he's reaching out to everyone who's commenting on his shit. That's a great idea.
It was also because a lot of people don't comment. You think the amount of people that check something out for them to even like it is one thing. For them, they're thinking something.
That's what's up.
Dude.
That's what's up. That's a great point. That's a great point.
For the people though that actually take the time out of the day to just fucking write something, whether it's like
they already put the time in.
Just to support, dude. Like that shit means the most. Because when I'm getting fucking million comments fucking one day, it's like
let them know.
all I'm gonna remember is the fucking who are the people that were showing love and commenting from the fucking beginning, dude. When I was doing that shit, and it's like, man. I don't even know, dude. It's like I just know where I'm going to be one day, and like just having that vision of where I want to be, and just like working to get to that, and just being someone like genuine. Like a lot of like the artists that I look up to.
Can I ask you a question? I'm gonna cut you off based on what you just said. Can you give me 3 of your greatest influences or inspirations of variance? You get what I'm saying?
You mean like
3 separate forms of inspiration, 3 different things.
So like say music's one
It
thing.
could be
right?
art. It could be 3 different artists, but they need to be all different like sounds or something. There needs to be some difference about why they inspire you. That's a good question, right?
Curtis is taking over the show. He's
I
interviewing
told
Vinny
him,
right now.
hey, we did no prep, so just for y'all to understand, I literally came and sat down and I said, Chenzo, how can I fuck up the show today? I was like, yo, we didn't write out nothing, we didn't plan nothing.
That's a good question. It makes you think for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say one like not music related, just like life. I always talk about Gary V. Gary V pulled me out of
I'm not sure of myself hole.
or even just like, yeah, believe like just the belief that I can do something. Like I
am capable.
I was in my bed doing nothing
Right.
for like
Right.
just living in my bed,
Rotten.
and then started just watching his videos, dude, and that shit like pulled me out and like gave me the understanding of like consistency, just working for what you want, and also like not necessarily ignoring the hate, but acknowledging that it's like it comes from a different place. Like it's just like
Woo! There's a fucking earthquake. Write that shit down. It comes from a different place. Hate is not what you perceive, yo. Anyone who's throwing shade, who's throwing hate, it's a weakness, man. And guess what? I feel good about myself, so I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you understand. Hey, you don't gotta feel that way. We're gonna talk about it. But at the same time, like, if you feel negative about somebody else, what are you doing wrong?
like he was also like where I got the idea of commenting back to everybody, and like obviously having
Yes,
like,
that's
the
great
part.
intel. That's great intel. All right, so we got Gary V one.
So much, and then it's I forget like what we were just talking about.
Who's
before
number
this.
You're
2?
three.
Sources,
I know.
sources of
I know,
inspiration.
And then I'm gonna say like
I'm following along. I'm
No,
taking
yeah,
notes
you
over
just
there.
said
no, I
words,
remember
you know
the
what I mean?
question. I'm trying to remember like how we got into the question because the next 2 people I'm gonna say like have to do.
You were basically
with
giving
that.
me a monologue about like how you feel, and then you were I kind of cut you off, but you were talking about how these people kind of helped me see this way. So I said, what are the 3 greatest sources of influence that are different? So you used
Man.
Gary V. He got you out the bed.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what I was gonna say, and it's hard right now. But like,
I know you called me earlier too. I was like, hey.
but the next 2 people I'm gonna say are maybe like one, just because
Yeah.
of their influence.
You can kind of merge a category.
like, just
if you need
similarity.
to.
I would say Lil Peep and Juice World. You know, like
Yo, this man's obsessed with Lil Peep. I respect, but I don't understand. I do, man. I do respect
just
it.
like I don't know.
Shouts out to Pete, man.
I'm trying to shout out Peep and Juice World. God rest their souls, dude. Like
And Juice.
yeah, so I just said
I know, I did. I had to catch up. I was slacking.
He heard Lil Peep and he went on a little.
I know how I
but I'm
feel.
trying to find the reason like why I brought these 2 up.
Curtis has been like, yes. And he said Lil Peep. And
Oh,
he
I know.
jumped
I
in-
remember. Yo.
jumped into a hole.
I remember exactly what I was gonna say. So let me say it before
Lock
I
in.
forget. These 2 artists, like they were like almost like therapist for so many, like millions of young people, like across the whole entire world.
That comment right there separates us in age, and I respect it. I have for the same reasons. I have a different answer. But continue.
I would like to hear what you got to say, but the point I'm trying to make is like these two dudes like just reached millions of people across the whole
Correct.
globe and put their pain
Authentically
into words that like a lot of times like I can't make songs because I can't put my thoughts into words. So like when I listen to
they
these
give you an
songs,
idea that you understood but didn't know you understood. And
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, I can connect to this. Or
and
it's
it
like,
hits so deep.
or it educates you about some shit you already were thinking. Right?
And they just wanted like them to inspire me so much. Like I just want to be that person who can like be there for other people and help them through the shit. But I promise you, I'm going to be around for a very long time.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Like it's such a shame that those two just like got into some shit that
Mute my phone.
you know took that
was
might,
mine.
I was about to say,
might
that better not be
mine
me.
too. But like it literally hurts me. Like I wasn't a fan of Pete while he was alive, but I was a huge diehard Juice fan when he died. Like that shit like broke me down.
That was me with Triple X Tentacion. I was like, oh man. I made a all right, so this is back to Kurt, not dropping anything, but I was feeling it and I did a little remix. And people were like, yo, not only did you remix it, but you gave it a different sound. And I shouted out Jimmy Wapo in there too, because like I was listening to him at the time, and like he passed away unfortunately like in a relatively small window.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I like gave a little like feel about that, but I was just saying how I feel, and people were like, yo, this is so real. Like, thanks for helping me. Like, da 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 da. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was just talking about my shit, but
I was trying to make myself feel better, and it helped you too.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So like I can't be selfish with my sound. So like, but you know what I'm saying? I hear that. So like that's a very valuable thing to be able to witness and also distribute. Not everyone can move that around. Not everyone can move that positive, that like connection around.
You know, and also the sense that we were talking about earlier.
We beat the cell phone towers, and everyone got their signal out, and we're like, yo, we got you. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, we were talking about earlier about fuck. I'm losing my train of thought.
A lot of different things.
No shit.
A lot of different things.
All right, you gonna
Can
let
you give us a
third?
bit? I'll try to reel you in if you can give me like a basis. I got it.
All right,
I'm
so
catching now.
you did Gary V.
Oh yeah, Gary V.
You did your
Juice
two
WRLD and
hip-hop
Peep.
influences.
We need number 3. We need number
What's
3.
your number?
Great job. Great production.
I reel it back
Gotta
in.
get Kyle back in the fucking man. Acknowledge this man.
Man, random, maybe not random, but
SpongeBob. No, I'm just kidding.
no, Loki, SpongeBob like is a fucking icon.
I did that. We had like a fake. We did like this Mr. Mansfield thing, and it's basically like a beauty pageant, but it's comedy instead of beauty. And like I made a little SpongeBob thing and got a bunch of bullshit votes for that. And I was like pandering. I was like 2014 too, before everyone was hip. I was like, come on, I know y'all know the quotes, my fellow Caucasians.
Man,
Gotta know your
My
audience.
high school did
Gotta
that
know your
too.
audience.
What was that called? Like the
For us, it was called Mr. Mansfield, and it's basically
Mr.
like
Mansfield.
it's like Miss America, but instead of
It's the
about
guys and they
beauty
be
pageant.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It's just
I remember
being-
that.
It's like clown. It's like class clown kind
Yeah.
of shit. It was fun though. That was a great time. My boy Jacob Vicky, shout out the winner.
all right. I'm trying to think.
Number third
I have-
source of influence or inspiration, a varied source.
A varied source. I'm gonna go in the podcast realm for this one.
I like that. You
And
kind of did for the first one, but we'll continue.
I had something to say, but I don't remember what it was. But about also another 2 people because it's one show.
Yep.
Or even 3 now. There's 3 hosts of the show. I'm gonna say Logan Paul, George Janko, and Mike Malak. Those 3 fucking guys
I fuck with honestly.
are so hilarious.
I don't watch that shit all the time. I used to watch a little bit back in the day. I think Mike is a sleeper.
Mike is from Milford, Connecticut, which is right where
That's right down the street.
Right where I
dog.
went to
That's
school
like 50
in New
minutes
Haven.
away.
I went to school in New Haven.
Oh no, that's like an hour and a half then.
It's like 2 hours.
New Haven's like from me, it's actually Rhode Island's a little bit closer. I'm in Rhode Island right now. You know.
But basically, like, so when I read his book, though, he wrote that book about like how he went from being a drug addict to where he is now, in just like no bumfuck Connecticut, you know, to living out
Fire.
doing whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want.
he's a dog. I think he's one of the realest people. That's what I was just saying. I don't even know the show like that. I've seen a little bit of clips and content. He comes off as the most authentic.
And he's always like, you know, spreading his lessons and like what he's learned. And
that
like,
authenticity, man. The real recognize, man. I might not know you, but I can recognize that real.
Or even like Logan Paul's like a young dude still, and like he gets
he's
a lot
very
of
responsible for his learning. We don't make mistakes, we learn lessons.
Yeah, he gets a lot of hate.
He's very he's very accountable.
They have the best podcast, my favorite podcast for sure. Like just the way them three like get together and just bring people on. They had Arnold Schwarzenegger on last week, which
that's what's up. That's a good little ad right there.
Legendary.
That's a good little.
But like, yeah, I just really just like fuck with just like they're having fun with it,
Yeah,
but
it's
also
positive,
showing love
like
to
we're learning,
people that
and we're supporting.
You've had a lot of wisdom you've shared with us on the show today, and just like coming out and just having fun and just catching up with the boys, dude. Like that vibe. This is easy. This is nothing, bro. For us.
Having a good time talking about it, like that shit. It's not easy for everyone. You want to work to make it easy. It should get to a point where it's easy for you, because all we're doing is we're saying how we're feeling, and I'm not afraid about what he thinks of me. I'm not afraid of what I think of myself, and we're just talking about it. And like that's step one. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, we're gonna take that same 3 questions and send it on to Kyle.
Oh boy.
So Kyle,
welcome to the Curry Show.
Kyle is a sleeper because he is a guru of production. He is he's a fly on the wall for everything, every time, listening, paying attention, soaking it all in. So now I want to know, Kyle, man, I know you got a great mind in there. What are some of the great things that influence you?
I'm ready for this. I'm taking Curtis's class right now. Coach Curtis.
We in the lab, yeah.
Coach Curtis.
We in the lab.
That's got to be the fucking
the name of the title, Coach Kurt. Come on now.
Coach Curtis takes over.
Yeah.
So
welcome to the takeover.
I went to school
that's
for
the,
film.
That's the intro clip.
I went to school for film, video production.
School for film. Write it down, folks. Continue.
I'll
where
throw
at?
out.
Can I cut? Where at?
Fitchburg State.
Fitchburg State. I went to Worcester State. I'm a local Mascac folk myself.
Very nice.
Yeah, we used to fight y'all in football and track.
The Dirty Berg, man.
The
It's
Dirty
a
Berg.
dirty
One of my
place.
great friends, my boy Jared, I just shout out, was play football over there, and they got a good little group over there. They're a bunch of dogs over there. You said Fitchburg or Framingham?
Fitchburg.
Okay, my bad. sorry, Archer.
So
Framingham.
for film, I'll
I
throw
know about
out.
some Fitchburg boys too. We used to run in the track races.
For film, I'll throw out an easy one. Quentin Tarantino.
Okay,
Makes
now
great
I want you
movies.
to. Yeah, he makes great movies. What makes them great?
He's passionate about them. He cares.
What about them? I get that. Tell me though. What do you see?
It speaks to him. He's writing it as he's the fan, right?
This
so
is
we talk about.
I like this.
You guys talk about. Oh, I'm writing music for me so I can feel it. He feels those movies.
Those
okay?
movies. They need to. So we're talking about that kind of perfectionism. You're saying he has a good enough standard of himself and the message to make sure that, hey, for me, this message needs to get across, or this feeling needs to get across. He's very good at executing that.
Yes.
Hey, first one I
course.
seen was that Reservoir.
Reservoir
Yeah,
Dogs.
he
is my
only
favorite
has
one.
I was probably like 6 years old. I was like, this shit crazy.
he only has 10 movies, right?
Yeah.
Which
well,
is like
so he's gonna make 10. And yeah,
the
the
next
next
one's
one's
10?
gonna be his
The
last
most
one.
recent is the Hateful Eight, right? Or something come out
No,
most recently.
Once Upon a Time in
Yeah.
Hollywood with Leo and
I didn't
Brad
see
Pitt.
that.
Yeah,
I
it's a good
started
one.
the clip. Is that when it's like what's that? That's not the Big Show. No.
No.
What's the one about like social media and climate change and everybody lying about it?
That's Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah,
The
so
new
that's Leo.
Netflix movie with
Leo, but
Leo.
that's a different.
Yeah.
That's different. That's
All right, so what's
the
the
guy
other
that
one?
made The Big Short.
Okay, yeah. See, you heard me
Yeah.
about to say that. I was like, the
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Nah, that ain't it. They got some good films for sure.
Next one, I'll throw out.
Number two. Quentin Tarantino. Number 1. Number 2.
This is comedy /
I know what he's
podcast.
gonna
Great
say.
answer.
I already know the answer.
Joey Diaz.
Yep.
He
The MMA fighter.
No. He's a comedian.
You don't know
He has
Joey
a podcast,
D,
The Church of What's Happening Now. He smokes a bunch of weed.
I got gotta see what he looks like. Has he been on Rogan before?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's not an
just
MMA
on
fighter?
Rogan.
He was on. Dude, he's
You're
older
thinking
now.
of he's thinking of one of the
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz.
Bro, you need to look up on YouTube just like the Joey Diaz like stand up like little stories he
I gotta
has
see,
like
I
are
gotta see.
fucking hilarious.
Joey Diaz.
That's what he looks like.
I ain't got the Wi-Fi.
He's an old dude.
yeah, that Italian fuck dude. Eh? He's cool. He's funny.
I think he's
great.
Cuban.
He's
but-
he could
He's
be.
Cuban,
He could be. I
but he
probably
grew
just
up
said
in New
Italian.
York.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
So-
Hey.
So he's just got that I don't give a fuck attitude, that
Correct.
freedom attitude. I love that.
Authentic.
Authentic. I love that about him. He just does him. He doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's why I was going to say with the social media thing that we were talking about, I think a good thing to do is not read the negative comments because then they infect your brain.
They enter
They enter your brain and influence the way you think
about
That-
yourself. Yeah.
And Andrew Lincoln, who was an actor on The Walking Dead, who played Rick, he never watched any of the footage back. He never read any reviews. He just wanted the character to be in his fucking brain.
I
like,
love that, yo.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. I
Yeah.
relate to that a lot.
so that's my like little theory on social media.
All right.
And Joey Diaz is just the funniest guy, and he's just doing him. It's just authentic and fucking.
He's so funny.
He's smart.
He's so fun.
Smart with it.
Third one.
Number 3, we got Tarantino, Mr. Joey Diaz, and
Okay.
finally
All right, I'm gonna do music for this
Okay, yeah.
third one.
La Musica de Herifa.
We'll do Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, all those guys. It's just like psychedelic music that just, for me, out of any more music, we're talking about feeling. You got to feel something, make someone feel something. That music just it's all it just
Cerebral.
It's cerebral. It's like you feel it in your core, dude.
It's catatonic.
Yeah.
It's that psychedelic.
Yeah, but it's
Nah, I
more.
know about.
It's
but
more
I had a
like
good English teacher in my 8th grade year. Shout out, Mr. Tucker.
you feel all the emotions in the music. You know, you feel all that stuff. So
I could definitely get more hip to some of those like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd era songs.
I can help you out with that.
Oh, send me a few. Send me a few, man.
I'll send you some stuff.
I'm all about it. I'll be listening.
Yeah, but that's my 3.
I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Come on, man. Let me
Chili
pay
Peppers.
attention.
Dude.
That's
All
another way
right, back
we're
on
going.
you, Curtis.
Yeah, we're back to it. Back to
You're
it.
gonna have to give us your 3.
My 3 sources of influence / inspiration. Vincenzo? No, I'm just playing. he'd be like 6 or 7.
Hey, he's
Hey,
in the top 10.
Yeah.
We're still up there.
I'm gonna say. All right, we're gonna go with the more obvious connection, the music connection. It's gonna be funny, but my 3, it's from like the early to mid 2000s. All right, we're gonna go in order of who I recognized and then who I appreciated in this order. Ready? Great. The first one's great. 50 Cent.
Hey,
Yo.
hey.
In the club.
G-Unit.
Many men dead upon me. Love them I know and I can't see. Like, that was a very I felt a lot of his shit. He's very tough, he's very hard, but he's also like he is vulnerable in his shit. And if you're listening, you hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I always fuck with 50 Cent because he was mad approachable. He was popping on the radio, but like you could get shit and he had to turn up shit at the same time. Like he was one of, honestly, because if you think about it, like he was like Eminem's uncle as far as I don't want to say songwriting, but like creating a sound and creating music, right? So he had that formula, like we're turning up, I'm the tough guy, I'm having fun, and now I'm gonna tell you about how we're really feeling or how about everything else is going. So I always respected that. I thought that shit was dope, and like always talking about like shawties and shit. So I was like, woo. You know? All right. Next on that list in this order, these are 3 people, but this is my number 1. This is all music category, right? I would say number 2 is like Kanye. Kanye is very like he's chill, but he don't. Well, we're talking about Joey Diaz, man. This man don't give a fuck. He's gonna say how he feels. A lot of that shit, like early to the sky high. Just that positive, I'm having fun. Fuck you. Like, that shit wasn't moving around.
You believing in yourself.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of that. There wasn't enough of that. And I feel like he was very like sure of what he was doing, and like his shit was his own. It was different. So I always respect that. That shit was dope to me.
Have you seen the documentary yet?
And even The Genius, nah, I seen.
Dude,
I heard
just
about it.
started
I heard
watching
about it.
It's
I heard about it.
good.
I'm gonna have to peep it. He's a very authentic person. Going back to Real, Recognize Real. You might have to rename the title of the podcast, Real, Recognize Real, because he don't care and he's gonna say how he feels. And like I always had a value for that. Even like in different shit, like Yeezus and 808s and Heartbreak, like that's him making his shit. I was like, fire, dude, do your thing, even separate from the older stuff. And then finally, a little bit more obvious, if you've heard anything that I do, a little bit of Kid Cudi.
Bruh.
Woo. Very authentic in the feeling department.
One of my favorite artists of all time.
He's someone when I was younger who I related to in ways I didn't understand. Do you know what I'm saying? He was providing me knowledge I did not have.
You didn't know yet.
Exactly. Like about, I just want to say something for the kids who grew up like me. And I was like, what's this nigga talking about?
Yeah.
And it's, I'm up on the moon, so do you, hey, hey. And it's a chill ass, it's called The Prayer.
Yeah,
I used to go to
song.
sleep listening to that song. And I was like, nigga, what's a kid like him? I don't know what the difference is. I don't even know what he's
Pray the Lord my soul.
to take. Yeah, as long as you felt it, you felt. Please don't cry. Just know
Bruh.
that I have made these songs for you.
I can tell you, bro, I've had
If I
many a
die
nights crying myself to
away
sleep to some Kid Cudi.
with the Lord my soul to take.
Okay, so one thing
'Cause
I'll
I'm
add.
ready for a funeral.
We were talking
what kind
about-
of kid is listening to that shit? dog?
We were talking about
Me.
negative music versus positive music, and you talked about this when you saw the Kid Cudi documentary. You're like, Kid Cudi said that he wants to make positive music
Yeah.
for people, and that's now you're turning that direction. You made some
Yeah, I'm working
more
through. Yeah,
emotional
Kyle
music.
say.
now I'm working towards more like uplifting shit. Yeah, I would say.
Answer that damn question.
There you go.
Answer that question one more time. I think Kyle had a great point to make.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Kyle, can you
How did
elaborate
it
on that?
influence you to make more positive music?
How did he influence me?
Yes. For that thing you told me on the documentary when he said that. He's like, I want to make more positive
I guess-
music because it's more important.
I guess it goes back to
like
earlier when
that.
we were talking about when you see people go through certain shit, it's like, I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Cudi when he was going through like his really like famous
Dark times.
period of time though, like he was going through some dark
Man of the
shit.
Moon 2.
When
Man
the-
of the Moon 1.5.
You know, yeah, when those two albums were popping though, like he was going through a very difficult time.
Correct, yeah.
Mr. Rager.
And
Mr. Rager.
one of the most legendary songs
We'll
ever.
We'll dive after the podcast.
Tell
We'll
us
dive
where
after some
you
good.
going. But like,
I'm off on the adventure.
I don't know, it's just a culmination of a lot of things. Just realizing that like focusing on the like it's okay to like work through the negatives, but like if you all you do is solely focus on the negatives, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
One of his
A lot
songs
of people
that
hate
hit me hard was like, "When did I become a ghost?"
Yeah. That's my shit. That's my
That
shit.
song.
Can I expand upon that?
Go for it.
All right, so listen.
It hit me hard,
I
dude.
told y'all before, I'm mixed race, biracial, whatever the term is for you. I like to use. I thought of this term very selfishly over the past month. I said bridge. I'm a
You're bridge racial.
Bridge.
because
Our
we're-
guest,
we're-
Coach Kurt,
we're
is bridge
bri-
racial. Bridge racial Coach Kurt.
Why do you say bridge racial? We're
tells
bridging-
us the real.
Real
we're bridging
recognizes
Real
together.
recognizes real.
We're crossing the rivers
Bridge
of,
racial
of different
Coach Kurt.
skin tones. We're bridging together humanity. That's
The white and the black
they
can
was
get
talking about
along.
Black History Month, and I was like, nah, we just bridge racing it out here.
Coach
Building
Kurt
bridges. I was like, yo,
ends
no.
racism on our podcast.
You heard it here first. Be the change you want to see. Nah, come on. But oh man, math. What was I talking about? Kid Cudi? What was he talking
Yeah.
Talking about the
Ghost.
song. When did I
Oh,
become?
yeah.
How did
When
it
did I
affect
become
you?
a ghost?
How did it affect you?
When I was coming up, this is kind of leaning more towards we're swimming in the deep end here a little bit. Everyone knew me, but not everybody knew me. I was an athlete. I was relatively popular. You would have a conversation with me and I'd be real with you. But at the same time, I don't think I had anybody in my corner or anyone who was actually looking out for me or like what I was doing and stuff. I had several friend groups that I was all kind of like a tertiary role in. I could hit anybody up at whatever time and have somebody to chill with and have a good time with my friends. But I never had a group of friends who was like, yo, where's Kurt at today? Let's go get him. Let's go hit him up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think when did I become a ghost? Yeah, like that shit's fire. I got a song called Poltergeist, nigga. Mad funny. There is some similarities in there. It's different. I'm rapping and it's a little trappy beat, but that shit is a little similar. Yo, I'll have to play that after. That's
strong.
A good
One strong friendship is better than 100 just casual friends.
Real talk. All right, so those are my going rewinding. Those are my musical influences. Right, my set. Let's go to number 2.
That was all one.
Yeah, that whole past 15 minutes. Right there.
We might need that second SD card.
You might have to cut this one. It's the part 2 for this one. Extendo. But damn, I would hate to. This is gonna sound super.
Speak
cliche.
your mind, man.
Super cliche.
Doesn't matter.
Let's hear it.
Sports.
You said sports in general?
Yo, it sounds super cliche.
Shout
but,
out
like,
sports, man.
I was not a confident kid. bro.
Yeah,
I
wasn't.
didn't. Going back to what you was talking about, being on the opposite side. I don't think I believed myself very often. That was even at like a younger stage. I don't think that was something that I felt or I had easily. And one thing I realized is that we're all forced to do something every single day. There's not one of us who doesn't have to do something every single day that we don't want to do. Why not be the best at it? Why not give your best, right? You might not be the best, but if I give my best, something will come. I will also elaborate by saying, I don't think I ever gave my best playing sports. I worked hard, but I didn't give my full mental focus. I didn't even know what that was. You know what I'm saying? So although that was like fast and strong and that was a fun little competitive aspect for me, I'm a coach now. Why? Because I understand the game. I know what we're trying to do, and I can help disseminate that knowledge, right? So honestly, like, the football field kind of fathered me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew my pops, he was around and stuff, but at the same time, like, he played football, so I played football. And then, like, that was my mom loved football, so that was a very, like, common ground. And it takes a village to raise, right? So we talk about your family, your friends, your community. I did learn a lot. I grew up a lot through sports. So sports is definitely my number 2. And that's something I value, and I try to share to those who have not. And I think it's important to know how to work hard, but also know when something isn't going right, it's not over.
And
Like,
working with others, too, I feel like.
Working with others, dude. Oh, man. I can be good. I can be great, even. I'm great. Chenzo's great. Put us together. It's got to be more than great.
But it's also, we
Just
have
add it
people
up.
that we work with. Like, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't have the people that I work with.
Correct.
You know, like,
Correct. That communication, that, hey, keeping it real, how you talking, let's have a good time with it. But, like,
we can all focus what we're good at, too.
this is
you
what
know?
we're trying to do here. Hey, guess what? You might have an emotion, you might have a feeling about it, but this is the goal, and you better be able to focus on the goal, right? So I give a huge shout out to even who I am now today. I'm a coach. Like, goddamn, this nigga went full circle and couldn't. Shout out sports. couldn't. Shout out to the sports.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork made the dream. I got a whole bunch of corny stuff I be saying. That, you know,
The
what I'm saying?
corniest shit, though, is the realest shit, though.
Yo, because they remember it, man. I got one of my athletes was like, Coach, man, I got to use one of your quotes in my senior quote. And I was like, think of your own. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
you know what's the funniest thing, though? My sister's senior quote, you know what it was?
Nah, tell me. Oh, God.
It was from me.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Real recognize, man.
And it was
real recognize. I'm gonna cut you off again because he's gonna say his senior quote from his sister. So don't forget that. Put a pin in that.
Clip it.
I watched the clips of the podcast with this man's sister. I watched every single clip. I even put a little comment, shout out, Yo, the way that she was talking, I knew she's listening to you, bro, and I could just tell. And it's only like 4 minutes that's up there. But, like, that shit was a lifetime of paying attention and observing.
She learned what to do and what not to do
Dude,
from
the way
Vincenzo.
She was talking about, like, what she wanted. And, like, we were talking about you doing your passion but not selling out for it and making sure that it's for you. I related to that because I was just telling you, nigga, I don't do that shit for a career. That's not why I'm doing it. I do it for me. So like I was hearing a lot of great ideas, and I'm like, Vincenzo do spread that good, and they do hear them. So like,
Yeah, just wait.
shouts to
They
the
just
kid.
catching on now.
It's the beginning.
But yeah, we just getting started over
It's the
here.
beginning.
That's the best feeling though. It's like, dude, we're just getting started. But so my sister's senior quote was, I treated senior year like senior year because it was senior year. Vincent Frontino.
The catch is not a catch until it is a catch. That's what's up, man. I like that. The rule of threes. I tell my athletes a similar bullshit. That's fire. Write that down, folks.
I was wilding my senior year, you know, because you only live that shit once.
Dude, yo, the rule of
You
threes.
gotta have fun in it.
The rule of threes. Hey, if you gotta say it 3 times, then that's the realest way to say it. You know what I'm saying? You said that word 3 times, and it's accurate. It's just true.
Exactly. All right, so number 3. What's your third?
Number 3. Oh man. Oh man. I want to like my mom. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Damn.
Shout out moms.
Shout out mom, dude. Shout out Sherry, you real one. I would honestly potentially say her. I could lean more towards. I did music. I did sports. Myself? No, I'm just kidding. But a little conceited there.
I thought you were humble over here.
I'm like, dude, ain't no one told me better than me.
My big
That's
dick.
nigga. That's number 3. For real, bro. I think I had my back since day 1, but I also, in the way that I had my back, I had to be able to learn from others, right? So a wise man knows nothing. In order to pursue knowledge, you can't assume you know everything, right? So I was always real with myself. I don't know everything. Make sure I keep it open ear. People surround me, and then I was able to do so. And like we were having a conversation about all this insightful, all this fucking positive shit. But it's if you're not seeing it, you're not hearing it. You're not able to replicate it. So shouts out to the kid, number 3.
But yo, for real though, it's honestly like you are the only person you are ever gonna have around for your whole life. Like, if you can't appreciate who that person is, then
What do you got?
you're struggling.
What do you got?
The best love is self-love.
Facts.
Kasha.
We're coming close to 2 hours here.
We're rolling here. Is there anything that we grazed over? Anything we didn't get in enough detail about?
Yes.
I'm here.
You haven't put out a song in over a year.
I got both headphones on now. It's fucking go time. I have not put out shit in a year. Continue.
And you've been doing it for a minute, honestly. You on SoundCloud, I checked it out. Your first song was 6 years ago, so you've been doing it for a minute, just making music.
Yeah.
Have you been working on anything? Like, what's up?
I do have new demos. I write probably with the coaching and the teaching. I'm a little bit more busy these days, but I'm probably write a track, at least 1 track a month, at least potentially. So it's definitely a lot of shit. Could be more, could be less, but I got 2 demos I fuck with really hard right now. I could potentially drop one as a single. Terror Out the Building. That should go hard. I'll play it for the boys later. We'll see. Maybe I might give them a little demo, slide it in the clip. But,
He's giving us the crumbs. We want the fucking. Come on, give us a.
they be at you watching how you tell it you ain't got it. I've been getting after hours. I've been bigging on my profit. I've been leading like a prophet. My goblin, let's be honest. Yeah, hell you pay for me when you gonna explore them topics. I'm a terror out the building. Can't conceal what I'm feeling. When are you gonna start healing? Why am I hot willing? Ripping shots straight from the ceiling. Do we know we hit 'em? I've been needing some central grip, but no one thinks it's to the mission. What a boy to do when the water get too hot and they all got the spring, so they all wanna pop and they tryna boy ya till yo go soft. They crabs in the bucket. I'm the lobster in the pot.
Hey.
Don't get caught. Come on now.
Clip it.
Come
Yo,
on now.
crabs in the bucket. I'm the lobster in the pot. New England's finest, nigga. They don't even know. I use some crabs in the bucket, fucking.
Some Dunkin' Donuts
That's
coffee.
what I'm saying, dude. I'm talking real shit here. They heard
bad
it.
fun, dude.
New Bedford,
Speaking to
dude.
the
I'll
people.
Yo, I didn't want to say it without the accent. That's why it took me a second. I was like, Bedford. I got some people out there. Shout out J Figure. Dude, I got music people, man. I be slack though.
In fact, dude, you need to be doing more out here, man.
Yeah, so you call me out. I haven't put out music in a year.
Literally, I checked today. It's February 28th when we're filming this. His last song came out like February 6th, of 2021.
2021.
He's got 2 songs available on streaming services and the rest are on SoundCloud.
Yo, correct.
Follow.
Accurate. Very accurate. Good
Apex
research.
Nite.
Did his research.
Apex Nite with the get right.
Would they get right on Smooth Jazz Radio?
On Smooth Jazz Radio. Out.
Yeah, I would just love to see you doing more, dude. And
I appreciate that. I definitely could reprioritize. I think it's something I've always worked on, but I don't know if it's always been that priority. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what you do. You know what I'm saying? I do second that. I should be working a little bit more on that.
For sure, man.
I got the demos though. They be out here watching.
You just need to get those done and move on to the next idea.
My production shit is where I struggle at. I'm not trying to strap myself financially.
Yeah. I deal with the same shit. Luckily, I know people that
I
help
know
me
a
out.
person who is good, not great. You know what I'm saying? I know a person who's good. So and I have, like I told you, where that song is in my head and where it comes out at, there is a little bit of a gap. So that's kind of part of that shit that holds me back.
So maybe you should try though to do something more high quality with like some I remember you asked a couple months ago, do you know anybody that could like get me right? And I sent you like the info to my bud. Like,
you better send me that shit one more time.
like unfortunately, like studio time costs, but like, bro, he will get you sounding.
All I want is that shit to sound correct.
Bro, I promise you, my guy will get you like.
I'm a little bit more stable now too. We were just talking about the security versus the da-da-da-da. So I have more resources than I did before.
I'm telling you this, if you have a solid song idea and you go in with my guy, like he will get you right, bro.
That's what's up, man.
And he's always looking for people to work with and stuff.
Dude, we fucking in the lab with it, though.
Like some of my best sounding songs have come from working with him.
I've been it's not easy. Been doing a little bit of singing on some of the tracks.
Facts, dude. It's good to get out of your comfort zone.
Some of them are fire.
So we need to do something on the more alternative vibe. I think that would be lit. We're spitting and singing a little bit.
I'll be like, how does it sound? And then people will look at me with some crazy eyes, and I was like, all right, they'll be like, it's not bad. And I'll be like, all right. Thank you for saying it that way. Like, don't tell me it's great because I'll fucking throw it away. You know, tell me it's not bad so I can at least improve something. You know what I'm saying?
At least you're always trying to improve, man. Like you're just a little self-conscious about what you're putting out there.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. Like, I'm all about I don't mind sharing my demos and shit. It's just tough for me. I've put out a song and had it sound like that forever. And I'm like, I could have delivered this better. We could have maxed out this vocal range better. We could have made this backing a little bit stronger. But that's the shit that makes you great at the end of the day. So I gotta kind of tap in a little bit.
You got it, bro. You know. Sometimes it just takes longer than others, but I guess where we should move towards wrapping up. Like, where do you want to be in a few years? Like, what do you want to be?
Great
doing?
question.
Goals, man.
They're important to set. You know what I'm saying? I've always done well at moving day to day. I don't know about goal setting in the future. That's kind of not my thing. I kind of fall short in that category pretty often. I would say I would feel good about myself if sonically, musically, I put out maybe like 2 to 3 singles in the next year. And like that is super low. And that shit is like probably like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I've been working on the sound. I've been writing. I've been practicing singing, rapping, all that shit. And when I make a demo, I hear some good feedback. It's definitely about me accepting my sound. I think that's kind of what we keep going back to.
Mm.
I have to be cool with it, and that's kind of a bitch. We gotta figure that out. But that's where we're at. So I just mad new demos. Like I said, at least a song every month. At least. I probably have more. So.
It's good. I'm just glad you're still working towards, like if you could be making a life, like you could make a living off music, was that the route you want to go? Like
it's
what's the dream? Like what
if
you could be doing anything, what would you be doing?
As I spend more time making regular money, like good amount of money for a regular job, it's something I think about more and more.
Like 5 years from now, if I said, yo, Curtis, we're going on tour. Like, are you
It's
in for?
just too many reasons. I've been on down before we up. Seen it all before, believe us. Turning my stories museum. Yo, I'm fucking, come on now.
Does that mean you're ready? It's like that. Would that be something you're interested in, dude, or what, dude?
There's too many reasons.
All right, I got a question.
I think I could.
I got a question for you, man.
Application.
I want to hear, because music is great. It's all. But I want to hear a story, because you're talking about coaching, and you're talking about the community, and how you become full circle. I want to hear when a coach impacted you and how you feel like you impacted a young man.
Holy shit. All right. I got one coach in mind. Shout out to Coach Cy Johnson. This dude was
Coach Suck!
Yeah, Coach. Yo, the way you said that is accurate. He's a track coach. He's black and Native American. And he's probably something else too. But he's very like tall, proud, authentic. He was like a jumps coach. And back when I was in high school, I had the sprinting coach, but I also did a little bit of jumps as well. He was the most hands-on, the most critical. That's a good word I want to use today. When I talked about the kids going soft, none of y'all parents are critical of you. So when someone is critical of you, you don't know how to react. It's important to take criticism and to know how to improve your current self and conditions. If someone gives me advice, I don't need to take it for a fact. But I don't need to shit in my diaper either. Like, grow up a little bit, hear someone talk to you, and get some advice from it. That man was great at that. I was, quick, funny story. The Hockomock League, we're running our track meet.
Hockomock Swamp.
Hockomock Swamp, right? That's what the fuck? Where y'all say that at?
That's a fucking place. It's haunted. Bro.
Where y'all say that at? Where you from, Taunton?
From Rainham.
Rainham? Yeah, that's why they say that shit.
No, you ever heard of the-
Bridgewater Rainham. Wish they ass could get up in the hawk, boy. You ain't about that. Like,
You ever heard of the Bridgewater Triangle, dude?
nah.
Dude, there's this triangle in Massachusetts. I think it's Rehoboth, Bridgewater, and Norton, maybe?
That's a lot of bullshit. Let him finish.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's like notoriously known for being haunted. The Hockomock Swamp is haunted.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. So whatever that bullshit.
Different spot.
I'm at the league meet. This is like essentially playoffs. I have qualified for the 100-meter finals in the spring outdoor of 2014 or whatever it is. I go to run the finals heat. This is like 4 points. This is for medals. This is for it. I'm walking to the blocks. Coach Cy sitting by the blocks, just hanging around. Oh, here he goes, the fattest sprinter in the league. Woo-hoo. Talking about me. Oh. I knew I was the biggest sprinter in the league. Everyone there is built like a track kid.
I was gonna say
I was built like a football kid.
None of those cross country kids or track kids have muscles, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I was heavy.
He's a big man.
Even when I was running my times, when college track coaches would say, "You run heavy, da 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 da. Your form's not bad. You run heavy." And I'm like, yeah, I play football. And they'd be like, all right, whatever. Da, da, da. They didn't care. But that being said, he said that shit to me, to my face. And I laughed. I loved it. What kind of coach is saying some shit like that and you're getting that reaction if it's not real, if it's not authentic? Before my fucking showtime, he was able to say that and he was comfortable saying it because he knew the relationship that we had.
It put you at ease.
Exactly, bro. I won that shit. I came in first.
Wow.
And this motherfucker just called me fat. You get what I'm saying? We put the time in before, and he gave me enough technique and enough work. He knew that I was working, even though he wasn't my primary coach. But because we had that level of connection, I heard this adage, and it's, they don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. Something in my young mind, without me realizing it, told me that man cared about me. So I was always able to hear what he had to say. Right? So when you give them that tough love, it's a little bit more than nurturing. It's that pressure. It's that application of do what you're fully capable of. Don't be complacent. Don't settle. I need to push you. Feel this pressure. That's a very valuable thing. So Coach Cy Johnson, he did a good job at illustrating that, showing me that. And then throughout the rest of my athletic career, I would become either a captain or a bipartisan coach because I adapted a lot of that man's learning techniques. So I was a captain for track. When I went into college, I was a freshman running the practices just because I was confident in my ability, all that bullshit. So like, I think it's really important to know, love yourself, nurture yourself, feel great, but you gotta push yourself at the same time. So like, it's kind of that beyond nurturing.
He knew you could take it though. That's why he said it.
Because we had that connection. Correct. Put the time in, you'll get what you want out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's Ty Johnson. His son is on the team, so I'd be gassing that dog all the time. I'd be like, yo, come on. His name is Talon. He's a dog. I'd be like, come on, Talon. Yeah, it's what's up, man. Keep it in the family though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coaching at the same program that taught me a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. Full circle, man.
Real full circle.
Pimping ain't easy. Oh man, we're gonna get stuck here. I get subtle reminders that I am of a mixed race in my hometown. I get subtle reminders. I have since I graduated college in 21. Nah, that's a lie. 19. COVID kind of messed me up a little bit.
Yeah, how old are you, bro?
24. I tell my students I'm 52.
Nah.
They say he's 33. And that's how it goes. That's how we leave it. So yeah, I'm 24 right now. But that being said, like, oh fuck, what was I talking about?
You were talking about how you get reminded.
Oh my god, I got 4.
That you're bridge racial.
Kyle paid attention.
Bridge racial coach Kurt.
Kyle paid attention, yo. That's what I'm saying. But that being said, like, dude, one time I'm training with an athlete kid. He gets a hold of my number, texts me, Hey, coach, yeah, I see you, because this is during COVID, so I'm out at the turf because I ain't got shit to do. So I'm out here trying to get physically right. I see them out there, and I'm instantly, hey, what are you guys up to? Let me give you this, and this. These are the tools. Go get after it. So then they want my contact information. We reach out. One time I pull up to the fucking turf, and some janitor dude is like, E, you got a permit? And I was like, I need a permit for it. And he's like, you can't be training athletes out here. I go, I work for the school, brother. He goes, what? I go, I coach here. And I've been coming here ever since I graduated. I just work out here. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I didn't think nothing of it until a white kid, absolute dog, senior, graduated. He's over at UNH right now. Or no, my bad. UMaine. And he was like, yo, like, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm straight. Like, what the fuck was up with that guy, right? He's like, that was pretty racist. And I was like, was it?
Yeah, you didn't
even
even know.
He's like, I've never seen him do that shit ever. He came out of his way to come tell you to get off the turf because it was 2 black people working out. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, you really think so? This is a high school kid telling me that. And I was like, damn, I was even trying to like step away from that and
like,
not feel
what
that.
just happened?
Second time. I'm watching film with my athletes and I go through the front entrance of the school. I always go through the side athletic entrance because that's where we chill out. That's where the weight room is, the gym, the track, Dude, I'm walking by the front office. All of a sudden I hear behind me, and I'm like, what the hell? I turn around and some lady, she's like, excuse me, where are you going? And I was like, I'm just going down to watch film. And she was like, is your coaches here? Is there like concussion testing? Are you from a different town? And I was like, I'm going to watch film with my team. I coach football. And then she was like, oh, okay. Do you know where you're going? And I was like, yes.
I work here.
Yo, right? That's 2. And I kind of fast forwarded through that one. 3. Number 3. Oh my God. I had one today.
Oh my God.
That's why it's fresh in my brain. I'm trying to remember number 3. Because I remember that the track one. God damn it. Whatever. And the one that happened today, yo. I walk into the athletic entrance, talk to the office people, shake hands, talk to the football head coach. Great people, great time, great vibe. Everyone's having a good time. Right? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I asked for like my W-2 because it's like tax season, whatever.
Yep.
They go, oh, we actually don't have any of that stuff back here. They told me to check my email. My email was like kind of vague. They told me that they needed some information, so I went to the front office. When I'm going to the front office, they buzz you in, which is no problem. I've been in that building every single day. Every single day I go there, coach the athletes, I just don't go through that door. I go through this door. This lady's instantly on me, yo. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing here? And like it caught me so off guard. I stuttered. I was like, I'm here to get my W-2. She made me stutter because I was so shook by her response. I was like, why you sound like that? I'm buzzing myself into a school. Like, what are you here to do? Like, this lady who's obviously, I work security, and I know you're taking your job too seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Those people are the worst.
The worst motherfuckers. They love the power because you know why? They don't have it. We were just talking about that shit. Those people who act like that, they don't have that shit. So basically, to sum it up, she didn't even let me into the building and kind of gently like gave me some information and let me be on my way. Even though I could have, like I just was 4 seconds ago, walked to the side door and have been 10 feet standing behind her. You know what I'm saying? And she made it difficult for me to even enter the building. And she was like peddling me information and didn't want to help me. And I was like, you get little shit, right? But then I always think back to my nigga Gandhi. Right? Be the change you want to see. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little upset. I was a little frustrated in the moment. But I was like, damn, I got to stick around. I got to stay around so people can see my face and know what I look like. And then know that this is okay to look like. And don't be thinking differently because I look like this. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay busy. But
keep it going.
We were talking about that passion and shit. I feel like a lot of me is invested into my perception of who I am, who I should be. I don't want to get caught up in, oh, this man is da-da-da-da when he could have been da-da-da-da. And I think that is a little bit of a hang-up in that process. You know what I'm saying? So to be authentic about it. But that's why I envy this nigga Chenzo. You know, it's to keep it real though. That's like a short version, but it's like it's important for people to see me and know who I am, so that they know that shit's okay to look like. But like a little as heavy as deep as it may seem, like it's nothing for me. It's a little bit of tax, but you know, whatever. You know,
You don't let it affect you though.
you can't.
No.
You can't. You gotta keep moving. We gotta have fun and also like show people this is how we enjoy ourselves. I don't think enough people enjoy themselves today. When I talk to somebody when I talk to somebody who's like that, I know they're not enjoying themselves.
Yeah, so you're high strung and shit like.
Well, what you're saying is that's why I love like our Xfinity little family,
it's
our little crew.
ragtag.
It's because
The squad.
sometimes they call it the
Parking lot of misfits.
parking lot of misfits.
It's
because,
ragtag, yo.
Like,
Ain't no one care about nobody's opinions about nobody in there.
Yeah. We Vinny had a show recently, and Pat was there, Rick was there.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, last weekend.
Yeah.
They popped out.
He rescheduled.
Bunch of people.
You had to reschedule.
Vinny
it.
got the folks pulling up, man. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Oh man, got
Like-
the folks, got the old heads pulling up. Yo, we see young Chenzo.
Dude, and when it comes to
That's
like
respect.
when it comes to that shit though, like you just said it earlier, it's like it takes a lot to put yourself out there and like do some shit like that. And I get like people tell me that a lot, like my family and friends, that when they see me do my thing, like it takes a lot of courage to do that. But like I really don't get too nervous in the moment. I just go after it because it's like I've been waiting for this moment. You know, I love bringing people.
Witness me.
I just love bringing people together, and I love
yeah.
my music. So it's like if I'm just gonna have fun with it, and I have all these people supporting, dude, it's like fuck everything else. Like why am I gonna focus on anything else that's going on when I got all these people supporting?
I got all these people showing love, showing respect, and that's what it's about. Keep working, stay true to yourself. Don't change for nobody. Be who you are. Stay hungry.
Enjoy.
Stay dangerous.
Anything else?
We could have ended that shit right there. I said,
Yeah, we're
stay
like
dangerous.
2 hours. Like 2 hours and 10
Hey, nah, but
minutes.
for real, yo, shout out Young Boy Apex Nite. Go check me out on any of your streaming platforms. Google it, Apex, APEXNITE. It's definitely come up. You'll see nothing for the past year, but then you'll see this shit.
Just keep scrolling. We gotta collab on some
we'll,
shit,
we'll
bro.
see if we keep moving. Hopefully, V Chenzo gets my head on straight. We'll see if we can put at least a little something together for y'all. A little something.
Speak
together.
it into existence.
Before I go,
No
we gotta
promises.
get done. we got
create the
30
suspense
days,
now.
man. We got 30 days.
Hey, the clock is ticking.
I appreciate you coming through, my dude.
Every fucking time, my guy. Hey, honestly, Chenzo been reaching out to me about the podcast for a minute. I knew I was pulling up to that shit. I'm glad we can make it happen.
Great to see you, my guy.
Hey,
Apex Nite.
real recognize.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, Shay, man, take care, man.
Episode 14 in the books. Endless Enjoyment Podcast.
Yeah.
Stream that shit. Spotify, YouTube. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Show some fucking love. We appreciate you guys.
And this enjoyment. It's a great day to be great. Get after it. Whatever you want, make it happen.
Keep on fucking going.
Keep moving. Don't get stuck in
Real,
the gravel.
recognize real.
Coach Curtis on the
Yes, sir,
pod.
yes, sir. Thanks for having me, y'all. Have a good one. Take care.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Enjoy. Great episode.
Damn, that shit was fire.
2 hours and 12 minutes.
Good shit. Hey. Remember when I got on stage? I remember when I had them all pop out on stage. Throw that into me, wow. Brothers live like Groundhog's Day. Pop out and then they catch some shade. Been working in the meanwhile. Shawty on my line, people want my time. Please don't block my shine.